This show is sponsored by BetterHelp Therapy Online. When life gets challenging, it can be difficult to stay in problem-solving mode, instead of focusing on the negative. Talking with a therapist can help you stay on higher ground. Visit betterhelp.com/allies and learn to focus on the positive.
Hello. Welcome to the Allies Podcast. I'm Daniel Bloodworth, coming to you from Los Angeles, California. And we got a full group. Last one of the year. Brad Ellis is here.
Hello.
Michael Huber is here.
Yup.
Michael Damiani is here.
How's it going?
Isla Hink is over there.
My hip flexors are very tired.
For sure. I'm not sure.
I don't know. From sitting, I don't know.
Gabby and Don are back there, too.
They're both in here looking
Working
beautiful.
away.
Don's editing the previous podcast, currently.
Yeah. Friends, it's a special episode. We are recording all of these 3 on a day. So it's been a day before the holiday break. By the time you're watching this, we'll have been long gone. And this week, we're going to look back on some highlights from 2022. But before we get started, Don Romantica has to finish the fight.
Epic conclusion.
Get him, Rex.
So to recap, Dawn has infiltrated Boyle Mansion. She has assassinated Agent 47, only to find herself face to face with Duke Nukem. His pride wounded by the fact that Dawn never chose him as a workout buddy, he tracked her down, vowing to get payback. Dawn and Rex face off against Duke and ready their weapons. Duke simply says, "Let's rock." So, this is going to be a turn-based battle. Isla put this sheet up there.
Okay.
So these are each person's stats and abilities. So Dawn is going to have a sword attack that will do 3 damage and a kick that will do 1 damage. Rex has a shotgun that'll do 2 damage, or you can use one time. You can use a stasis charge.
Open with that.
That will cause Duke to lose a turn.
Oh, it could be charging up.
Yes.
The movie,
And then Duke has 20 health. So we can change this up if you want, but I think the simplest way to do this with the rolls will be to start with Damiani. Damiani will be Dawn's turn. Huber will be Rex's turn. And then, Brad, you'll do the defensive rolls.
Okay.
So, for when it's Duke's turn.
Okay.
So, I'll do Duke, and then you do the defensive
Yep.
roll. So, Damiani, you choose what Dawn will do, and then you roll.
How many dice?
It's both dice.
Okay.
Why would I ever pick kick?
And then, based on my
Great question.
stat sheet over here, I'll tell you what.
Maybe easier to hit with it.
Is there like hidden stats? Blood, can you
We're
at least
great
say
at
There are
stats.
hidden stats.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
We're great at swords.
I know we're great at swords, so obviously attack sword. So I'm rolling for that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, ready? It is a 4.
It is a 4. So that's 3 damage on Duke.
Sorry, I flipped that
So
one
Duke
over.
is down to 17 now.
Chill.
So
Okay.
Rex,
Shotgun.
shotgun,
4.
4.
Good.
I'm looking at the wrong one. Okay.
Low 4 at the craps table.
That is a miss.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ouch.
Oh, damn.
All right. Now it's Duke's turn.
4 hits
Plus
with a sword, but not
shotgun.
with a shotgun.
All right. Duke, I roll 1 die. That is
Oh,
a
no.
5, and I have to
Oh.
get this stupid thing to stop. Just remind me later, please. Bubblegum break. Duke takes a minute to chew on some bubblegum.
Oh.
Damiani's
Now.
turn.
Now we stasis.
Stasis.
Yep. Now we stasis.
But we're on Dawn, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
can't.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Duke
my
just
turn.
chewing gum.
Yeah. Okay, so obviously sword again.
Yep.
Sorry, one went out, but it's
5.
5.
5. All right, that's 3 damage.
Nice.
Duke's
Nice.
down to
Chipping away,
14.
dude, chipping away. I'm going to use stasis.
Stasis, so you don't have to roll on stasis.
Great.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah. And that just holds Duke in place.
Hell yeah.
So now it goes back to Dawn.
Dummy. Yeah.
And does he
dummy.
take 1 extra damage next turn?
When he gets hit.
Okay.
Nice.
Come on, Domini.
All right.
Get 'em.
Sword attack. Let's get this.
Get that scum. Make him pay.
5 again.
That'll hit.
Ah,
That's a hit. So that's down to
11.
10.
4 damage that time?
Now
Yeah.
back to me.
Yeah. Shotgun.
Shotgun blast.
6.
6.
6. And that is a hit. So that's down
Nice.
to 8. All right.
Oh, wow,
Now what's
that's-
Duke going to do?
Oh no.
Duke's just been chewing bubblegum over here.
Watch out for that shrink ray.
It's a kick.
Oh God, mighty
So,
boot, mighty boot.
Rex, that's 2 Rex.
Oh God.
So you have to roll both,
That's
Brad, for defense.
Dude,
Both dice?
Duke Nukem's kick is
I
legendary.
know, I'm worried. Come on, baby. 7?
6.
6.
Pretty
good.
6?
Oh, that's a hit.
Shit.
Rex loses a hit point.
Oh, it's
Oh,
all right.
Ah.
a hit point? Okay.
All right, Damiani, Dawn turn.
Dude,
All
Rex
right.
just tanking that big
Yeah.
boot.
Yeah, could be
Love
worse.
that.
Could be worse.
Yeah.
Could be worse. Could be worse.
Sword hit. 6.
That's a hit.
6, that's a hit. Yep.
Nice.
A very
Rolling
palpable
down,
hit.
pretty good.
Just stomping on Duke Nukem is a great image. Like
I've
outside
done
of
this
the
a few
bathroom.
times. It turns out differently every time. It's so crazy.
Heart of the dice. Going to Vegas.
What are you picking?
Shotgun.
Obviously. Okay.
Shotgun from here on out, blood. Don't
Yeah,
even
that's all
ask.
you've got.
That's all you can do,
Yeah.
yeah. Ooh.
That's a 10.
Yeah, it's 10.
Nice.
That's a hit.
That's a hit. Yes. So Duke is down to 3.
Right.
A more direct
Hell
hit.
yeah.
Oh, here
no,
we
Duke
go. The
doesn't
Duke.
Yeah,
The
a
Duke.
shrink ray or a pipe bomb
All right,
or
3.
Oh, shotgun target to Rex. You got to roll for
oh shit.
Rex defense.
The stubby dude, legendary.
Ooh.
9?
That's good.
9. Rex blocks it.
Yes!
No damage.
Yes.
How do you block a shotgun?
And then Rex.
It's Rex.
When
Yeah, I
Rex
suppose.
when Rex blocks it, he laughs.
All right.
Is that all
We're
you
going
got?
sword, baby. Let's do this.
Finish him off.
Yeah.
Kill him.
An 8.
He's dead.
And
Hell
Duke
yeah.
is dead.
Feels great.
Where he
Rest in
belongs.
peace.
Oh my gosh.
Didn't even hit Dawn.
Yeah.
So funny.
Correct, Duke.
I'll at least share this so you know. If he had rolled a 6 at any time,
Shrink ray?
no, one-liners. I would have rolled off of Duke one-liner.
Blow it out your ass.
Hail to the king, baby.
Oh, so good.
Well, he couldn't have picked any with swear words.
Duke drags himself to the corner of the room, bandages himself up, and lights a cigar.
Phase 2.
I like a good cigar and a bad woman.
On
Dawn
brand.
Dawn and Rex shake their heads and exit the mansion.
Okay, good. I was like, Blood, if you make them fall in love, I'll kill you.
Dawn's gone through a lot over the past few months to become the adventurer she is today, but after this mission, it's time for some R&R. What should Dawn and Rex do to celebrate? We've got a lot of options here, so try to keep them in your mind. Should they vacation to Skyloft?
No.
Hit up a Dragon Quest casino?
Okay, we're done.
Ride a jet ski into the sunset?
Oh, that's really good, too.
Go for drinks at the Bannard Main and Whiterun? Cook eggs in their airplane like Sunny in Metal Gear Solid 5?
No.
Share a Paopu fruit on the beach of Destiny Island?
Oh,
It's pretty decent.
pretty friendly.
Take a trip to Gold Saucer, betting on chocobo races, fighting in the battle
Right,
arena,
it's-
riding coasters, and
Wow.
getting into trouble.
It's that or the casino.
Or take a road trip out to Golden Cay from Final Fantasy 15 to enjoy the
No.
beach, the waves, and some
No.
time in the sun.
No.
Golden saucer,
Gold saucer or the
baby.
casino, Huber? Which do you
Gold
want?
Gold saucer, gold
baby.
saucer.
Gold saucer.
Yeah, yeah.
Woo!
There we
Best of all
go.
worlds.
Ballerina,
OP,
basketball.
dude. OP. Unfair to the other entrants.
I want to see Rex in the battle arena, just like
He'll win.
going
He'll
off.
get Ami Slash at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a new game plus.
By the way, we did get one Dawn Romantica fan art submitted
Amazing.
by Juz10,
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
who cast our very own Dawn, D-O-N, in the role of Dawn, D-A-W-N.
It's on Arwen.
For listeners, Juz10 has taken a photo of Arwen from Lord of the Rings and swapped out her face for Dawn's, Dawn Casanova's.
Oh my god.
holding a sword, riding a white horse, and accompanied by Rex
Yeah,
at
Rex
their
in the
side.
background, dude. Looking tough.
Yeah, he looks so tough back there.
But what I really like is that Rex is in the foreground because he's in front
Yeah.
of Arwen. So that means that Don Romantica is like 20
massive.
feet tall.
Sauron.
And the horse is giant too.
He got shrunk.
Oh yeah, or Rex got shrunk. by
Oh,
the
yeah.
shrink
That
He
ray.
does
seems
look
very
really
appealing.
tiny, yeah.
I like Rex getting shrunk.
Rex got
Rex
shrunk.
got shrunk
yeah.
by Mumbo Jumbo.
Yeah.
Thanks to everyone who participated throughout Workout Buddies and Don's Adventures. Join us at patreon.com/easyallies at $5 or more to submit questions to our shows or participate in other weird things we come up with in the future like this. Don, I don't know if we'll see you again.
Ooh.
But hopefully we've trained you well. Isla, begin corrections music, please. Boop. There are no corrections this week, but we'll catch up in the new year. If you have a correction, leave it in the YouTube comments on either the public version or the Patreon version of this episode. Start with the word correction and leave a timestamp so we know what you're talking about. And corrections music.
Now I'm thinking about Rex. If he was shrunk, what his voice would sound like? Because it would be like higher. So it'd be like,
I mean,
oh.
you can pitch that.
Yeah.
You can make that happen.
Correction.
Yeah, I want to listen to it.
That's a holographic projection of Rex right there.
Sure,
Some
sure.
snow
Because
tech.
he's like hiding over in a corner, ready to ambush.
Or an astral projection, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love the way Rex says shepherd. It's my favorite thing.
Shepherd. What do we do, Shepherd?
Yeah, so this week we're going to do a year in review. We're going to do this in blocks, the 3-month blocks of each quarter. We're going to just barrel through a lot of these.
Barrel through it.
Definitely want to get thoughts and opinions on things, but there's something that you don't have a lot to say about, just hop on to the next
I'm
one.
going to look you in the eyes and say, skip.
Sure. The first one, the biggest one, and also it did happen in January when it started, Microsoft announcing that they plan to buy
Damn.
Activision Blizzard.
Damn.
Almost a year deep.
Lasted the whole year.
Jeez.
This whole nonsense.
Do we
So
think
gonna
it's?
go wow.
Do we think it's? We're going to be talking about it next year in review.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They have until
a
like
whole
the
other
summer
year, right?
Yeah, this
Yeah.
will be
for this
Oh,
to play
yeah.
out.
Yeah. Yeah.
$69 billion
Yeah, that's the
deal.
biggest like gaming purchase ever if it goes through.
Yeah.
It's an insane deal and like such huge news. This is like some of the biggest news in gaming history
Yeah.
going on right
I
now.
agree, Brad. I agree.
It's been a wild ride. Everyone's kind of sick of it.
Yeah.
We just kind of want it to end at some point, but
Yeah.
it is insane. And just like the FTC like finally suing and everything like that, it's crazy. Phil is pissed. Do you know if this doesn't go through, they owe Activision $3 billion?
Oh, wow.
So they
Service fee.
Yeah.
A restocking fee.
Wow.
A restocking fee.
Dude.
So they're gonna get change no matter what. Some change. Think how many Call of Duties that can fund.
$3 billion.
But you're so right, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's insane news, and I cannot wait to see how this turns out.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I think it leads into like a bigger conversation just about acquisitions in the gaming
Yes.
industry. You know,
Yes.
so many this year felt like it was just
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
we'll,
that one definitely-
we'll hit on some of the others for sure. Yeah.
yeah. So it's definitely a big moment for the industry, just because it's consolidating. You know, it just feels like there's less and less companies out there, but also there's like never been so many indie games. I feel
Right.
like there's just,
Totally.
there's just so many.
And we're getting new studios like Striking Distance.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
put out their first game.
Yep.
You know.
Like it is kind of intense that like. Yeah, it feels like though someone will buy a big company, but like the key people from the company that got bought just like leaves and makes another company.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, that happens
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. Ken Levine with the
Yes.
Ghost Story. We saw their
Yep.
game last week. Yeah.
yeah.
The just for reference, I was curious.
Yeah.
Like I asked Google how much is Microsoft worth? $1.92 trillion dollars.
They're one of the biggest companies in the world.
Yeah, so I was trying to figure out what percentage of that 69 billion is, and I haven't been able to figure it out. But
Could you tell me what Sony and Apple are worth?
one
Sony's
moment.
worth way less,
Yeah.
but Apple's probably worth a lot.
Wow, almost $2
Sony
trillion.
is worth 100 billion.
Sure, a long way to go. Oh my god.
100.68 billion. I guess rounding
Okay.
when it's this much money is
Dude,
pointless.
that's like the deal is almost all of Sony.
Dude.
Oh
crazy.
shoot! Apple is 2.28 trillion.
Yeah, worldwide reach.
And then I don't know where Nintendo's at, but I know they have a lot of cash.
They got
Yeah.
cash
yeah,
for
so
days.
they don't have to worry. But
Nintendo is worth what? What?
what?
No way.
It's not that much.
Guess.
50 million. I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna say 140 million or something weird.
60 billion? 60.
7.41 trillion. Okay, Japanese
Yen.
yen. Jesus, I was
Oh
like,
my
how is
God.
this
Yeah,
possible?
panic.
Yeah,
Okay, hang on. Sorry, I got
maybe-
there. I got there for a second.
800 million.
Holy
or
shit.
something.
No,
800
it's
billion.
a billion.
700 billion.
Why won't it convert
700
it?
million, maybe.
Billion.
Okay, hang on. Let me just
Or-
convert it.
Like, I don't know. We'll get a conversion.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Call of Duty has been the focus. Do
Yeah.
you think Call of Duty is worth not even caring about any of these other games?
I
It's so
actually
funny.
do. I actually do. Yeah, it's like the biggest thing. You know, we talked about NPDs the other episode, and just Call of Duty breaking records still to this day after being out. Like, this decades old franchise now, you know, and it's selling more than it's ever sold still, and it just has such reach to hardcore die-hard gamers, but also, you know, it's a lot of people's only game they buy in a year. So it just has that universal appeal. You know, I think even something like Mario Kart, Brad, it's like, you know, some people are just put off by cartoony visuals. I feel like I hear less people are put off by realistic visuals. I know you are, you know, you don't really care for that. But I feel like it's just hard to top Call of Duty's appeal to the masses.
Yeah. Honestly, like King on that deal is huge.
Yeah,
The whole
the
mobile
Candy
Suite
Crush
is
thing.
it's so massive. I don't think people realize.
what Microsoft seemingly wants the most.
they want mobile big time too.
Yeah.
But yeah, Call of Duty for PlayStation, that's where they're fighting the most.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Roughly 54 billion.
54 billion.
54 billion. Okay.
Yeah.
it.
Sorry for the
so that might come out to
confusion.
70 billion when you're not actually using straight conversions. So yeah.
Yeah,
Wow,
I mean, some
Microsoft.
estimates put it at 90, some put it at So, but 54 is like the direct translation.
So Microsoft could buy Sony and Nintendo multiple times.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, they tried to buy Nintendo. Didn't work.
don't
Nintendo said no. It was right. It was like early Xbox days.
Yeah,
they
before
tried to buy
Xbox.
Nintendo. Yeah.
Crazy.
And then yeah, with the Call of Duty fight, you know, you've had just Microsoft opening up and just like, all right, 3-year deal? No, okay, 10-year deal? How about that? How about a 10-year deal for Nintendo too? How about a 10-year deal for Steam? Like just like all
Now you can put it on PlayStation Plus, maybe.
Yeah,
that's a rumor.
It's
Yeah.
so funny because there's always been this, especially now, you know, last couple of years, there's this battle for exclusives, right?
Yeah.
The battle for exclusives. Oh, Sony is dominating. You know, Nintendo's got their exclusives. Like, where is the exclusives? But for this deal, it's weird because you wouldn't want Call of Duty to be exclusive because you're not making nearly as much money that way.
because it's so big.
It's so big.
It's so big. It's like there's no way
Yeah.
that you can drive enough consoles to make up for the consoles you lose on the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Phil Spencer has said they will keep releasing it on PlayStation as long as there is a PlayStation out there to ship it to.
It's just for Game Pass. PlayStation's worried about if it's on Game Pass, and that'll
Everyone will
shift
just-
the focus to Xbox,
it, yeah.
definitely, or whatever platform they're doing.
God.
Because they make so much money off Call of Duty. Like they're the main platform for Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And they just make so much like easy money.
Easy money.
Easy money. They don't want to give that up.
John Connor.
yeah.
Easy
All
money.
those skins, everything, they get a little cut.
They get a cut. 30%, dude.
Next up, Nagoshi Studio.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Nagoshi left Sega last year. Long-running head of the Yakuza / Like a Dragon franchise.
Yes. End of an era.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And NetEase snapped him up. We'll get to some of these other NetEase acquisitions later, but like
Yeah.
they're getting prime
They got money.
heads of studios and having them form new places and buy things, and yeah. So it's going to be very interesting to see in
Yes.
3 years, I guess, what these studios start putting out there. And
Yeah,
what
hyped to
NetEase becomes a name that we talk about more.
Yeah. Hyped to see what he's going to do because I imagine.
I imagine it'll be similar.
Really? Because I was thinking the opposite.
They're all
because-
talking about big budget AAA transmedia like franchises.
I was thinking the opposite because he's been working on it for so long, and they all have such similarities. The Yakuza games, you know, so it'd be like.
But why do you think they bought him?
Just because he like putting out that amount of quality that efficiently is like, yo, we want this visionary. Not only is he a visionary, but he's got excellent work history. You know,
I think it'll be similar. Definitely.
And he's a Super Monkey Ball game.
Yes.
Why wouldn't you want to have the guy come up with Super Monkey Ball?
Yeah,
Good question.
maybe they'll greenlight Shenmue 4 and
That would be wild.
yeah.
Yeah.
Not entirely out of the question.
It's not out of the question. It's not the craziest thing I've ever said.
Make sure to update it a lot more.
Sony bought Bungie.
Yeah.
Dude, that was this year too.
Yep.
They're like separate though, almost. They're
They're
like not.
continuing to operate independently.
They're not in the
under
PlayStation
Sony.
Studios like family, I believe.
They might still have a branding. Who knows?
I don't know if you like boot up whatever their next game will be, and if it'll show that maybe. But they're like they're different.
But yeah, they're still running the ship on Destiny.
Yes,
Yeah.
still on every console and everything like that. Yeah.
Lightfall's coming out in February.
Yeah.
Coming right up. That'll be another big moment for this franchise. This season is a little controversial currently. Kind of rubbed the dedicated Destiny players wrong. The grind was just too much.
Oh, okay.
And they, the game's always fluctuating up and down, just balancing and what their focus is and stuff. But even when it's not at its best, the fans are so dedicated to Destiny.
Yeah.
I mean, this
it's
is
still huge.
Yeah, I think Destiny's not even close to running out of steam, and this game's gonna go for 10 plus more years.
They definitely bought them for their live service experience too.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
they're
that's the
they're
main thing
dipping their
is-
toes into that way more, and
They want
they-
a lot more
yes.
live service games,
yes,
and they want
definitely, and they're gonna have
Bungie
Bungie
to
help.
tell them. Yeah.
Wonder
and
if they helped out on Last of Us.
Maybe, yeah,
cross
maybe a little how things will
communication
work.
there.
Yeah, possibly, definitely. Grinding helium filaments in that game too.
Yeah, gotta get more
Raise the
scrap.
light level.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
And The Last of Us.
Nintendo announced it's ending purchases on 3DS and Wii U.
Yeah.
So you can still make purchases until March, but they've already shut off the ability to add funds via credit card or gift card. So basically, it's like if you have money in your account, you can still buy stuff, but
Whack.
it's been shut off.
That is whack.
Yeah. It's pretty kind of like standard. I
Yep.
mean, I think the only thing
is.
people get more concerned about is, I mean, it was nice to see people publishing list of games that were exclusive to either of those in digital form, especially. And while there are like definitely some like hidden gems there, I was actually kind of surprised by how many games have like since moved off platform and are available through other means. So it doesn't seem like that heavy of a blow as maybe the initial headline made it out like it felt like. But it's pretty like pretty standard because as long as they give you access to like re-download your games, that's always the biggest concern is like I can't buy anything anymore, but like if I like lose my system and have to re-download, I want to be able to re-download those. And like I think even going back to like I don't know how far back, but at least I think Wii and DS stuff are still like downloadable. Or
At least
downloadable.
at the beginning of this year they were.
Yeah.
I haven't checked more recently.
Yeah. And like that can go at any time, but like at least on that end, Nintendo's still letting you re-download stuff.
Is it because this stuff costs money to obviously operate, so they're just shutting it down?
It's not just the operation of it; it is the
Licensing,
maintenance
maybe?
of those payment systems.
Got it.
So
Yeah.
because of fraud and all that stuff, those payment systems have to keep being updated and on older equipment and software and all that stuff. It becomes more and more complex as time goes on. So that's why similar things happen with PlayStation.
Yeah, so I was gonna say like
Yeah.
PS3, and people were upset about that.
Yeah.
Same thing.
It'll be I forget how it works, but like remember when like Wii and DS online services is shut down, not just for shop, but like online infrastructure was gone. Like you can't like they stopped supporting
the
it.
Wi-Fi connection.
Yeah,
because that was
Can
all
that happen
GameSpy
with like
stuff.
3DS and Wii U at this point? I'm trying to remember like how like what
I'm
they
not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
This is more of a
Definitely different
question
system,
for like
but
our
yeah.
viewers. Like this, not a correction, but like let us know because I'm actually not familiar with that. But that hopefully they can keep that going like longer if possible. But That's mostly what I care about. And it seems like going forward, they haven't really.
Because the GameSpy stuff, it affected more than just the Nintendo.
Yeah, that's the thing. It was like a different.
old Battlefield games
it
and
was
all kinds
unique
of
at that
stuff that
time,
was
and I think now
relying
it's
on it.
more. It's more proprietary internal, so like they have full control of it. So like they're not, paying an outside service to like maintain it anymore. So I think they'd probably keep it running as long as they could. It's just as you said, the payment stuff. It's just like all the things that go with having to keep payment systems running. It's just not worth the hassle.
Yep. Get Link Between Worlds while you can,
And Mario 3D Land.
and Mario 3D Land.
Wait, those are
You can buy those.
the physical
too.
copies.
I'm just saying.
Oh.
Just saying. You're gonna have one less opportunity.
Yeah.
True.
Get
It'd be
'em.
nice if they would let you be able to play those somehow on other.
Yeah, it'd be
some-
sweet,
someday.
dude.
But I
Real
mean,
cool.
3DS and DS games have always been like trouble. Like DS were playable on Wii U,
Yeah.
because of the gamepad. But
Maybe their next thing they'll figure something out.
yeah,
I don't know.
it takes some reworking.
Yeah.
Those will probably be re-released as standalone games anyway.
Street Fighter 6 was revealed.
Yay.
And
Looks
it's-
cool.
It's been a wild year. For
Yeah,
that, as it's been rolling out.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yep.
Do point out though that the initial version of that logo did draw
yeah.
some like
Yeah.
criticism, but everything else about it.
Yeah, but it's like
and since
that's like to get upset about the logo is the least of my concerns for that game.
yeah,
I
and
guess.
then they turned it, they improved it, looks much better, and everything they've shown about
Yeah.
the game
It
is just
doesn't
gotten
look like
better
4 or 5,
and
so I'm
better
happy.
and
Yeah.
better. Yeah.
Yeah. The box art now is the main thing. Like people are campaigning again. Hey, change that box art.
Just gonna get
Always.
digitally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need a box art, but I feel bad for people who do.
Pokemon Scarlet and Violet also revealed and released this year.
That is a shock.
That was a shock.
Coming off of like Arceus in January and
Yeah.
thinking like, oh, there'll probably just be some like like a
Some
old
Let's
game,
Go Eevee type,
yeah,
like,
something
spin-off.
like that is gonna be their November
Diamond
game
and Pearl thing.
yeah. And instead they're like, no, Scarlet Violet,
Next big
and not only they're like also doing some new stuff. So yeah, it was a huge shock, but also began the discussion on is Game Freak there's like they're kind of overworking themselves a little bit here, like with these timetables, as we've seen with the release. Maybe needed a little bit more time.
a
Yeah.
little.
Yeah.
Need a lot more time.
Yeah,
Yeah, probably would have been best if that was a next year game.
Yeah.
In some way or another.
Yeah.
Yes, it
Yeah.
would have been.
yeah. Except that's from our perspective, but they're
I know,
they're laughing their way to the bank right
business
now.
and player side is always different. 100%.
Yeah,
Brad, tell me about the NVIDIA hack.
that was
One of the biggest
this
game
year?
leaks of all time. So
was 2
many
years
game
ago.
leaks, man, and they're all coming true, pretty much.
Yeah,
Just things are happening. Kingdom Hearts 4 was on there. Returnal PC was on there. They just keep on coming, man.
Tactics is on there, right? Or something?
Final
Final
Fantasy
Fantasy Tactics is
yeah.
on there, yes.
Yeah.
was that also the one that had something about a reference to the Switch 2 or something?
I don't
as
know.
well?
I'm not sure.
I swear.
I just remember software stuff on there.
But yeah, it's all true. All
It's
of
all
it.
true. Yeah, that's right.
All of it.
That's
Force
right.
Awakens.
Yeah, that's right. Jedi.
TMNT, the Cowabunga collection
Yay.
was announced.
Cool.
One of the best collections possible.
Good years for turtles, man.
Yeah.
I love gaming preservation. I love when old games are re-released to modern audiences, and this whole package is just exquisite.
Yeah.
Seeing some old concept art and just all the
The ads, the old
the
ads,
and
yeah.
stuff, and just being able to have this whole franchise. For not to sound like a boomer, but like Turtles in the '90s was like one of the biggest things ever. It like defined the generation, especially video games. Like Turtles video games were like some of the top, the biggest arcade and home releases. So it's just really nice to have this special piece of gaming history
Yeah.
readily available for everybody.
And really nice to have stuff that crosses all through that, like
Yeah.
the weird bad first Turtles game.
Totally.
As well as the NES port of the arcade game. Not just saying, oh, we're going to go with the best version. No, we're going to
All
give you
the
both
versions.
versions, like
so cool.
multiple versions of Tournament Fighters.
Yeah.
Online play for Tournament Fighters, which I never tried, but it's crazy that it's in there.
Yeah.
So cool. And then obviously having a new game on top of that, a 2022 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles beat 'em up game on top of the collection is just, it was a good year for the Turtles.
Yeah. And digital clips, they announced it much later and put it out much later, but they also had the Atari collection
Yeah,
this year.
And that
which-
too, I
Yeah.
love that thing. Sick.
We found out about Perfect Dark Staff leaving the initiative.
Oh yeah.
The Video Games Chronicle had dug into this, found a bunch of LinkedIn profiles for people that they said at that time, like half the dev team had left in the past year. Around 36 people, including most of the senior design team, 3 former God of War designers, etc. And so Crystal Dynamics has been brought in to help with development, which happened in September 2021. We found out about all this in January. And then, people just felt like they weren't given creative autonomy. They were being micromanaged.
Yeah, I'm nervous.
Frustrated with the game's direction.
Super nervous.
Yeah.
No.
Another game announced way too early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have it on there, but another similar example reminds me of KOTOR remake.
Yeah, that's in there later for sure. Yeah.
We'll dive in.
Next acquisition, Sony acquired Haven Studios.
Right.
Jade Raymond's
yeah.
latest outfit.
Yeah, weird, kind of weird, I guess, because we have no idea. They're doing a live service game, maybe, but it's like, okay, I guess.
AAA multiplayer game, which they had said was like, hey, this is ahead of schedule.
Yeah.
They're doing pretty good over there.
I guess,
So,
yeah,
Okay.
I
Maybe
guess.
Maybe this will be the one.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. What was the last game she had come out?
Yeah, her and Amy Hennig. When it, like I
I
feel
want
like
to
they,
say the last thing she did was a Ubisoft game, but I don't know what it was.
It was that like treasure one, wasn't it?
Don't know.
Epic Loot, Mighty Quest for Epic Loot or some shit. Wasn't that her?
Maybe?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe not. Maybe I'm just pulling that out of
But
thin
yeah, she
air.
was at Stadia for a while. For people that are wondering
Stadia,
why wasn't she doing anything? Well, she was working on a game and she just got the rug pulled out from
It
under
feels
her.
like just bad luck for both of them. Just they've been like ambitious games. It sounds like, obviously Amy Hennig got Star Wars stuff. It's like
Yeah.
they just get pulled the funding, or who knows?
Yep.
Feel good news. Sierra Online founders Ken and Roberta Williams just came out of retirement and said, hey, we're making a game.
Yeah, that's cool.
First game in over
Yeah.
20 years.
That's rad. Yeah.
Jazzed about it.
Jazzed.
Yeah. New version of Colossal Cave Adventure, which is the game that inspired them to start making games.
Oh, that's cool.
That's a great
must be fun for
story.
them.
Yeah, that's super feel good, blood.
I love that because it's like, it's not a remake of one of their own games. It's a remake of a
Yeah.
game that's just really important to them.
Yeah.
That they want to bring to more people. It's such a cool, I don't know. They're so, and anytime they're just on something, they're so nice. I don't know. It's exciting.
Yeah. Getting into Q2. PlayStation Plus expansion announced.
Oh god, here we go, Huber.
So confusing.
You've got Essential, which is what it was already. You've got Extra, which is catalog of. They had said 400 PS4 and PS5 games. I don't know if that's accurate at this point.
I'm not sure.
And then Premium, 340 downloadable PlayStation 2, PlayStation P games, PlayStation Portable, and then the streaming for PS3 and all that stuff.
To be fair, just a couple weeks ago, I streamed Ratchet and Clank
Did you?
on stream. I streamed it while I was streaming.
Oh, wow.
It was better than I remember, but it's still just like a smidgen slower,
Yeah, there's action games.
you know, and there's like a blurriness to it as well. There's just this blurriness like over the whole screen.
That is true
Yeah.
across the board with any of these.
yeah,
You will see that
it's not the answer.
resolution hit.
Yeah, it's not the answer.
Even the Xbox stuff that that I played on the Samsung TVs and stuff, it's like feels great. I cannot see what the crap's going on in the distance. You know, it's like
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Not
I'm
good
just
enough.
Yeah, I'm just really disappointed with the classics catalog.
Yeah,
you know?
tier 3 is a disappointment.
Big
Tier
time.
2 is very good, I think. I
Yeah.
think tier 2 is really good, but
You're
tier 3
right.
is not where it should be.
yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if they're ever gonna backpedal on all this and just go to back to one
Maybe two.
or two. Like this feels like when Disney started expanding all this shit, and it gets complicated, and like this is like what every company wants to do. Like they want
Yeah.
tiers to appeal to as many different people. Just this, it feels like maybe it's just not working out exactly. But I think they want to cast the widest net possible at first, and get some of that feedback and collect their own internal data, and then make the refinement. So I wouldn't be shocked if one of the tiers gets axed at some point.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. Like I don't think tier 3 makes any
It's
sense
ridiculous.
for people.
There's months that go by when there's no games on there.
There were
there's no
4
PS1
games announced today for this month,
Yeah. Ridge
and they were
Racer.
not great for the most part. Yeah.
Yeah, just not what you would want, I guess, when you think of PS1 and stuff
Yeah.
and PS2.
And especially out of the gate, I mean, that's your moment. that's your time to have, Resident Evil classics.
They
had
do.
one,
They have one.
but like Resident Evils and your Metal Gears even
Yeah.
crazy.
And then the big differentiating factor in terms of your value, Jim Ryan says no to day one releases.
Right. They don't need to do that yet.
Maybe in the future, but
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. Some of them come in like a year later, so it seems like that.
Yeah.
Like Returnal came on there pretty fast and stuff like that. There's other games on there.
Have they been kind of dropping about the same time as the PC ports have been? for some
Returnal
of
came
them?
quite a bit before, I
Okay.
think. But who knows how things will change
Yeah.
as we go forward. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I really haven't been paying that much attention to those
Yeah.
release dates on the middle
Like
tier.
Ghost of
Yeah.
Tsushima's on there and stuff like that.
Yeah.
A lot of good stuff.
Nice.
Like if you are just hopping into the PlayStation
Great
ecosystem, dude, you
Yeah.
get a ton of value. But it's like for us, we've played a lot of these games already.
I was playing before you got on. I was playing Fortnite with Grumbomb, and the Doomslayer is one of the characters, and he's like, "Yeah, I've never played Doom 2016." I'm like, "Oh, it's on PS Plus." He's like, "Hold on one sec." 10 seconds later, he's like, "Doom, downloading right now." Just like, that's so awesome because he
Nice.
doesn't play that many games, but like to have that tier and to just be able to, like Game Pass, of course.
And that's an interesting example because that's owned by Microsoft.
yeah.
Yeah.
They got
Shit.
stuff on there. They got like Deathloop on there.
Yeah.
E3 was canceled again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In person had already been canceled, and then they canceled the digital event.
Bummer. I miss E3.
Yeah. Well, hopefully.
Well, the digital E3 they had was not good.
Yeah.
But
That
I
was-
miss going there.
Same.
yeah, that was a mess for sure. But it was pretty late. Like it was like April
Yeah.
or May when they finally said,
Yeah, yeah.
we're not going to do a digital thing either. Took a long time. Huber,
Yo.
Max Payne 1 and 2 remakes announced by Remedy.
Shocked. Shocked, but also not shocked because everything returns. We're getting a new Turok.
Not in 2 years.
This is fucking awesome. And this opens up the possibility of the Remedy Connected Universe, baby. There's a little Max Payne nod here and there. But,
Yeah, what do you mean possibility?
yeah,
it's
like-
already happening.
Yeah, like I want to see. I guess I just want to see how far they're gonna take this. If it's just its own thing, one for one remake kind of thing,
Yeah.
or if they're really going to expand it and mix it up. Because the Alan Wake remastered, it's escaping me right now, but I know they added something in there to connect to control
Right.
a little even
But
like
that's a
more.
little easier because they already
Yeah.
connect to control their Alan
Those
Wake.
two are
Yeah.
like brother and sister right there in terms
Whereas
of like how much they
Max
connect.
Payne is like it's Rockstar's baby, and,
Yeah.
and they thankfully got a deal
Yeah.
ironed out with Rockstar.
Yeah.
It will be on their engine, the
Yeah.
Northlight engine. So
I can't wait. I can't wait for just a slow-mo dive with modern day and Northlight environmental destruction, like friggin' Matrix lobby scene, dude. And Max Payne, one of the games I played the most mods for. I want to see the mods. Like day one, dude, they better have that Kung Fu Matrix mod. I'm ready.
how good will Sam Lake's face look?
Yeah, what's the face gonna be?
It should be him again.
Yeah, I don't even know.
I'm just concerned with how many games they're making.
Sure.
Straight up, they're making a lot of games, dude. So I
Well-
kind of worry about that.
In the last
Alan
episode,
Wake
they
and
made one
Max-
of the worst games of the year.
Yes, that's true.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's true, blood.
Yeah. So what? It's Alan Wake, Max Payne, and Control 2?
And I think there's also Control
The multiplayer thing.
game.
Oh, yeah, that thing.
Okay.
I think there might
That
be
is
something
a lot.
else in
That's
there
a lot.
too.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a lot of quality
Yeah.
projects.
Yeah.
So hyped. Do we
Make
think
'em
we'll
right.
get that before or after Alan Wake 2?
I want to say
I'll
Alan
say-
Wake's first.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, I want to say Alan Wake, Max Payne, then Control.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, Max Payne has been gone for so long. It's just really exciting for him to come back in any way, especially in-house, Remedy. So
Kind of a surprise. Kingdom Hearts 4.
Yeah.
Nice to being shown off.
Not a
Hell yeah,
surprise.
feels good. Continue that story.
Not a surprise,
bit.
even though it's kind of quick after 3 compared to the time between 2 and
If
3.
things have changed, like the whole PS3 era for Square Enix was very messy and ugly in a lot of ways. And this is like they're using Unreal Engine now. They're not trying to make all their of course there's some engines they're still using, but with that, I think things have been more much more fast. You're seeing progress much more quickly. Like I think about Final Fantasy VII Remake Blood, then we saw like Intermission a year later, and now we're already seeing stuff for Rebirth, and we just got Crisis Core. It's like they are being very consistent and much more quickly than I expected.
Yeah, I agree. It didn't maybe like a few months sooner than I thought it probably would have been announced, but I feel like this is their new like style.
Yeah.
And I think even though it's probably like 2-3 years out,
Yeah.
in Square Enix time, 2-3 years out is acceptable
good. Yes.
compared to how they used to be.
Yes.
Yeah. So all this has been really good. I like this new thing. This makes me kind of shocked that the one franchise that isn't being announced for follow-up, sorry, real quick, is Nier. Just getting Nier 3
Right.
when all the crossovers keep getting announced.
Yes.
It's like for some reason
It feels like they're milking
they're not
Nier on
capitalizing.
so
Yeah, I
hard.
don't know what's going on there, but that's the weird one out. Where
I
like,
guess they did Reincarnation.
They
or
did
whatever.
Reincarnation, I guess.
Reincarnate,
So give
but
them
yeah.
that. But yeah,
But yeah, hopefully we'll get a new
Replicant.
Nier.
Yeah.
I'm a little surprised it's Sora again. Honestly, that kind of surprised me.
No way, dude. The mainland's
But I
he will
thought
be
just
there.
because Darkseeker Saga kind of ended, you know. So I
Yeah,
thought
but that's not him.
I thought it would end
that's
with
Xehanort's
yeah,
saga.
I know, but I thought because that story was wrapped up,
Oh,
I thought maybe
no.
if there was ever a time to go to like a brand new character.
They've already gone.
What happens?
New
What,
characters.
what happens?
For mainline,
okay,
no, mainline.
Don't worry,
Four,
Heber.
yeah.
Eventually, Sora's gonna become an adult, and he's gonna have a kid,
Hell yeah.
and then they have the father-son bonds,
Yo.
and that.
Never enough Sora. I would take Sora in every single video game.
Sora, then Bora. They're gonna.
Oh, yeah, it's Boris.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. I wanted Huber to give it a name. I was like, what's the kid's name, Huber?
Bora. You're mentioning Amy Hennig earlier.
Yeah.
She's got a new Star Wars game in the works.
Let's go.
Her new
Another
company,
one.
Maybe this is
Skydance
the
New
one.
Media, a richly cinematic action-adventure game featuring an original story in the Star Wars galaxy.
I got my fingers crossed.
It'll
for
be
this
like
one,
Uncharted.
dude.
Yep.
I got my fingers crossed that this
Andor the
game comes out.
game.
What?
Dude, Andor's got to show
Andor the
up.
game.
Andor's got to show up in
Dude.
Jedi Survivor, dude. Let's go. Get him in there.
I
doesn't,
think
like,
somebody
wanna talk
said the
to you.
timelines aren't really great for that.
Oh, I have no idea.
They can find a way,
Imagine
dude. Life
planning-
finds a way.
But it's like
Heist
Andor would be like a
missions.
little kid
Yeah,
or
it's
something.
possible.
Dude, I love Andor. Maybe best Star Wars. I want him to stay far away from all the Jedi.
Everything, yeah. Stay
Yeah,
away
just
from it all.
This
Stay
would
the
be
hell away from all
yeah.
that
The
stuff.
game would be like heist things, like infiltration,
Yeah,
like it's like
yeah.
getting your crew together and going in.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we had Saw Gerrera show up in one, so whatever. Yeah, who cares?
Disney Dreamlight Valley is a thing.
Yeah,
That
wanna
was
play this
announced
so
and
bad.
came out in early access a few months later.
You don't want to play this
I
either.
definitely want to play this.
It is
There's
actually,
so much picking up garbage, dude.
Really?
Hours of
It
it.
is, but it does get you. It's
got
in you.
Buzz and Woody
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, it's got, and Sora's probably going to show up at
What?
some point.
I don't know about that. Maybe
2 years plus.
Yo, if Mickey's there.
When things are dire,
What?
Yeah.
you pull the ripcord.
Yeah.
You get Sora in there.
Sora's not far behind, Damiani.
I don't know, man.
That's his family we're talking about here, all right? Donald, Goofy, and Mickey.
All right. I don't know. I don't know if I believe.
I want to believe. Fox Mulder.
Yeah, Yuji Naka's had a year.
Sure
So
has.
the first of these things, which was earlier in the year, was we found out that he had been removed from Balan Wonderworld 6 months before launch, and had taken Square Enix to court over it. They had trouble with how he was giving feedback to support teams, and also restricted how he could interact with fans and fan art and stuff on Twitter.
That's weird.
Yeah. He had said, I think Square Enix and Arzest are companies that don't care about games and game fans.
Is he the one who, in a tweet, like cut out
Yes.
blacked out an image of a developer?
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
god! Yeah.
Yeah. And then later in the year, he got arrested for insider trading on Dragon Quest Tact. Before they made the announcement, he bought stock in the developer.
Wow.
Yep.
And then
Highly legal.
he got arrested again
Yep.
a couple weeks later for doing the exact same thing with Final Fantasy VII: The First Soldier.
Yep.
I hope he shorted it.
Just wild.
That's a stocks joke. Because that was bad game. So
Oh.
it probably hurt their stocks. So if he shorted it, he would have made money. Never mind.
Oh.
So I don't know. Probably not going to see another Yuji Naka game.
Probably not.
Get out
He's
and make a game about.
disgraced.
It'd be make a game about jail.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean,
Get him on Ace Attorney.
Nights into jail.
He's a consulting producer on one of the new Yakuzas.
Yeah. Oh, way out.
Yeah, for the
to-
Prison
prison
arc.
scene.
Yeah.
I mean, if Balan Wonderlord was like his last game, I think we're okay. I don't think we need any more.
Huber,
Yo.
I don't think you got to play this, but Godzilla and King Kong ended up in Call of Duty Warzone.
I
Yeah, was this sick?
tried to play, but what happened, dude?
Operation Monarch happened in May.
Yeah, no, I remember trying to play and trying to log in, and like something happened. I think
no.
maybe it was down at the time, and I never went back. Yeah, but I tried to.
Yeah, it looked cool. I think the only thing was like they don't move in the map when they show up. Like they don't like wreak havoc.
Yeah,
like
they
we're
just-
running around. They just appear and like start annihilating stuff from like a fixed spot
It's like a
on the
laser
map.
blast.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude. I was hoping they had fun on the map.
No, apparently it's not that.
No,
yeah.
Oh, it's sick. Dude, get stepped on by them. I mean,
That
awesome.
way, I was like looking at the stream, like, where do you get stepped? Oh, they don't do that. Okay, that's
Okay.
cool.
Well, they did have a thing. They said the team that dealt the most damage to either monster during the Titan Frenzy received a special device that lets them unleash the power
Whoa.
of
Kill streak.
Godzilla or Kong against opponents.
Kill
yeah,
streak, dude.
There you go.
basically turned into kill streaks.
Nice.
I think Call of Duty's done an admirable job of trying to fit other properties into their game because Fortnite has a great, easier time of it just with the art style. Like it feels like everything can kind of just fit in there, But would an anime character show up in?
Yes.
Call of
I bet
Duty?
they would love that.
Yeah,
Yes.
but they've been doing great. They got like John McClane and Rambo and Godzilla now.
well, they have
It's cool.
Judge Dredd. It looks bad in it,
Yeah,
dude. Looks bad.
yeah.
Square Enix sold Crystal Dynamics, Eidos Montreal, and Square Enix Montreal to Embracer Group.
Yep.
Yep.
Embraced.
So it sounds like Crystal Dynamics and Eidos are working on their old franchises,
Yes.
got those rights back.
Could have been the
Probably.
best thing for them, maybe.
yeah, just like
Legacy
IO
of Kain
before.
hype.
Dude,
Yeah.
Legacy of Kain, we just need all the Deus Exes and a new one. That's it. Just bring it all back. Bring it back. Let's go. I'm ready. But Bloodworth, now that it's like a transitional period, do we conclude Adam Jensen's trilogy or do they go somewhere else? What do they do?
I think at this point,
I'm nervous.
I think at this point in the modern recognition
Yeah.
of Deus Ex, Adam Jensen's the guy.
yeah.
Like he's just too cool.
He's way too
to
cool.
just move on.
Yeah.
Without.
So he
trying to
returns.
wrap
He
it.
returns for
Yeah.
another one.
Yeah, I
Great.
think they've got to
Perfect.
at least do something with him, even if it's like
One
they
more.
time skip or something stupid.
Yeah.
hand
Because if
it
they
off.
do one more, they can sync it all up.
Yeah, you
all
could not make him the
nice.
main character. He could just be a part of the story, I guess. Yeah. If
But
they
it-
want like new people to come in and feel like they're not missing something.
But I just
guess.
feel like if you're gonna have an iconic Deus Ex character,
Yeah.
like, you're either
Yeah.
gonna have Adam Jensen, you're gonna have somebody who looks like Adam Jensen, probably.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
Hell yeah.
Badam Jensen.
Yeah, because I feel like if they re-release all the other ones
His
too,
son.
let people catch up.
yeah.
Badam Jensen.
And I know that the actor's down.
Yeah.
Like he
loves it.
Yeah.
I saw him tweeting about that.
Unfortunately,
What-
Square Enix Montreal didn't last.
Yeah.
They
What was that
a
name?
few months later renamed to Onoma, which just means name. And then a little bit after that, they were just abruptly closed.
unembraced.
Damn.
And
Embraced.
it's wild because they're like their whole website, like with all of that stuff, is like still there. Like, here's our new name for the next chapter in our future, and here's the timeline of the history of our company, and it's like
Yeah, it's
they're
present.
gone now.
Now I'm picturing like someone from Embracer coming in and being like all good hugs, some embraces must end. You are all unembraced.
Oh no.
Jesus Christ.
Just
You
remember.
go to embrace him and they just like put a hand.
He says no.
No.
Not anymore.
Not this time.
Can't embrace you anymore. I'm sorry. All this for some more pocket change for those NFT endeavors.
That's right.
at Square Enix.
That's right.
Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time
Oof.
got moved over from
Boy.
Studio Pune, and now Ubisoft Montreal.
Wow.
Seems like they're basically like tearing it apart.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they're probably just redoing it all.
Yeah.
It was probably really bad.
They're gonna make
Real
it.
bad.
They're gonna make it a mini game in Skull and Bones.
That's right.
You go to your base.
Sure.
You know, you go to your
Yeah.
pirate base, and you just play that.
Yeah.
Yep. Quietly releases.
Don will be pleased.
I wrote this down, and like, even though like I know I wrote this down from notes I had that I'm sure were accurate at the time, it's hard for me to believe. The game was originally planned to be released in January 2021.
Yes. Yes.
That's how far back
2 years.
they've been set.
Yes. It's
Don
gonna
says,
take a while.
2 birds, 1 stone. I'm saving money here if they put it into Skull and Bones.
But frankly, Blood's probably the right move.
Yeah.
Like, if you release that game in a bad state, it's just like, dude, what are you doing, man?
Yeah.
Ubisoft cannot keep having
Swept
misses.
awards that year.
Yeah.
You don't remaster that game and have it be a
Yeah,
mess.
you don't. Yeah. That's a beloved game. People
Deserves
love that.
better.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It absolutely does.
Codemasters Cheshire was integrated into Criterion Games to work on Need for Speed, which turned out pretty good.
Yeah.
Paid off.
It did.
Yeah. The same studio was formerly Evolution Studios, who made MotorStorm and Drive Club.
MotorStorm.
Obviously, a lot of people have left since those
Yeah,
days.
yeah,
but,
totally.
Can MotorStorm ever return, Blood?
Sony can do it.
Okay.
They own the IP, yeah.
Yeah. It's just a matter of who are they going to have do it.
They can have Yamaguchi
Because
do it.
all of these UK racing studios have been swallowed up
Yep.
one way or another. It's
Yeah.
like the majority of them have either become part of Playground Games and Microsoft or, this Codemasters EA conglomeration. Yeah.
Sure.
So, not all of them, but a lot of the big famous ones from back in the day. Xbox planned to launch a cloud streaming device by summer 2023, but eventually put that on hold since they didn't hit the desired price point they wanted. Instead, they focused on getting a Game Pass streaming app directly installed on Samsung TVs.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's the thing I produced for the Game Awards, actually.
With Ninja.
Yeah, well, I didn't work with Ninja, but yeah. Full disclosure, I did not get my hands on it, so I didn't get to play it. But I saw it in motion, and they were just cycling through 20 different games, playing everything.
You played it, though. You said
Yeah, I
right?
played it.
Oh,
on Game
okay,
Pass.
nice.
You said it
Yeah.
was blurry.
It was blurry.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier.
Yeah.
The xCloud is
Blurry.
I mean, it's like
Things in the distance.
the average person might not say it's blurry.
Yeah.
But
If you're a gamer,
you know.
you're gonna know.
Hello,
Yeah.
average person here. I played xCloud on my phone and I loved it.
Yeah.
You're playing it
Average-
on your phone.
Yeah, like,
my
you're
phone.
playing on like a
people play games on their
70-inch
phone
TV.
are gonna see this. And
My
like,
phone is
"Oh,
70
looks
inches."
Fine, looks fine. I'm used to seeing it on a tiny screen. It's okay. It looks good.
Just imagine you walking around.
Yeah.
I have a cart for it.
Cool for tiny screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chill.
After 30 years, EA has officially cut ties with FIFA. And so after summer of
Good.
2023, soccer games from the publisher will be titled EA Sports FC.
Yeah. I'm really curious to see how this does.
Good.
I'm curious because FIFA was talking up as like, hey, you know what? You don't want anything else. You want the FIFA game. You want the FIFA game. Watch out. We don't know who's making it yet. But
Yeah,
we want
we
the
just,
FIFA
it's
game.
gonna be a minute.
Yeah.
I think they
Especially
did
with
announce
everything that
eventually, but
that came out with them and the FIFA and the corruption and shit. Like
Yeah.
people are probably not clamoring to work with them on a game adaptation anytime soon.
I think this was just about money.
This is
That was the
money,
whole
yeah,
thing.
but then the other stuff happened.
I
It's
think there's
like,
probably plenty of people clamoring to work with them for that FIFA license. Oh yeah.
The Resident Evil 4 remake was officially announced.
Yay. Yay.
That's all I want. That's all I
Everyone
want
that's
in life.
this game doesn't need remake is now like, yes, this looks sick.
yeah. Be ashamed of your words and deeds.
Yeah, that's right.
Internet trolls.
Yeah. The changes and additions excite me the
Are
most.
nice.
Yep.
Yes.
Knife parries, dude.
Knife parry.
Yo.
Knife
I never
durability,
knew I wanted
dude.
that so much.
This
Carrying a chainsaw.
this Krauser fight on professional, this could be the new gold standard of Resident Evil boss fights. Look out.
Yeah, I'm very curious how they handle Krauser.
How are they gonna do that fight?
Dude,
That knife fight?
it's gonna be some intense parrying.
It's gonna be
windows.
sick, dude.
It's not gonna be quick time. It's gonna be parry shit.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like revengeance.
Yeah. yeah.
Like
What if it's just like dialogue choices and like really intense like
Used to be a good guy,
RP?
Sonic Frontiers had a weird
Sure
reveal.
did. Sure did.
Eventually became an okay game.
It's a game where if you only watch it, you're like, I don't get it. But if you play, you're like, okay, this is fun. I
Right.
still don't get it, but it's fun.
But they started off
Yeah.
by showing the open world with like
Yes,
no enemies,
not a good
very
debut.
little to
No,
interact
yes,
with, and
very
it's like,
bad.
what's happening?
Very bad.
And then like a couple days go by,
Yes.
they showed a little bit more, a couple more days go by. Eventually we got to play it at Summer Game Fest,
Yep.
and they're like, but you can't talk about the classic levels. And like, what?
Yeah.
You have to wait 3 weeks to talk about a part of the game that makes the rest of the game make sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Weird choice. But
game.
it sold well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they said this is the new foundation for Sonic going forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hey, man, if they just improve it, make it better, cool.
Yeah.
Fix that pop in.
Fix that pop in, ditch
Yeah.
the Switch.
Maybe not use realistic environments and go with
Yes.
something more
I
Sonic
would
aesthetic.
Love that, but they won't do it.
Of course.
Star Wars Jedi Survivor.
Yay.
Yeah, dude.
Got
It's
it now.
amazing.
Looking juicy.
Looking real
Yeah.
juicy.
Looking juicy.
Summer Game Fest itself happened, which was really interesting.
Yeah, you went.
Yeah, because the showcase itself was okay. But it definitely felt like they were kind of getting the leftovers from other conferences
sure.
that were going on.
Good show.
But the in-person thing was
Yeah,
was
that's the
fantastic.
highlight. You got to
Yeah.
play games actually again
Yeah.
at an event.
Everyone was in a fairly small room, and we all got to see each other and
Catch up,
there's-
yeah.
You know, there's things to improve with that format,
of
but it was
course.
just great to be there.
Great first step.
And then, just Ben getting to play Street Fighter 6 with Max and Mitch for hours on end.
Yeah, he's probably very happy. Yeah, it's great.
With that, Huber, Last of Us Part 1
Yeah.
confirmed, and a little bit of a look at that multiplayer game and the TV show.
Yeah, one screen, one concept art.
It's a real little
One art, yeah. Looking like we're in San Francisco. And all they've really said is that it's going to blend narrative and multiplayer like it's never been done before. So when you say something like that and you have the history that Naughty Dog has, my expectations are maximum. So I'm very excited about that. I'm very excited about the show. You know, the bar is a little low in terms of video game adaptations, as we know, but this really has the potential to be the best ever. With everyone involved, HBO budget and production values. Got Druckmann in there, Chernobyl people, just 10 out of 10 hyped.
The bar is low for live action anime or game
Exactly. Yeah,
adaptations.
exactly.
Animation's been doing very well.
Crushing it, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Last of Us Part 1. Just nothing really to say about it. I mean, it's kind of crazy that we got a remake this quickly of a game. You know,
that's the biggest
one of the-
controversy. It's like
Yeah.
we didn't really sort
Yeah.
of it.
Is that one of the quickest remakes?
I don't know. About
I guess
necessarily.
96 and 02 is Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just
the thing.
graphic.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like the jump
Yeah.
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we're getting Horizon next.
Horizon
Oh,
remake.
God,
That was-
yeah.
So weird.
At the Xbox and Bethesda Summer Showcase.
To that point, though, to be fair, with Last of Us Part 1, the remake, now it's on PC. Or it's coming to PC or
Yeah.
whatever. So,
Yeah.
the original wasn't. Now this one will be. So all those people can play it, which is cool.
At Xbox, Microsoft announced the partnership with Hideo Kojima. Mm-hmm. We still have no idea
Yeah.
what
What
that
it
is.
is. It's not.
After Death
I
Stranding
wonder if
2.
it's not a game, maybe.
Yeah, now we know it's not Death Stranding 2.
Yeah, it's gonna have to wait till after that.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
I think it's a. No.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth announced for next winter.
Yeah, baby. Feeling good. Feels really good. Got to see some of it too. Some like in-game stuff, Cloud Sephiroth. So yeah.
I want to see Gold
So
Saucer.
Yeah,
You hold
I
it
want to
up.
see
yeah.
it so
They gotta-
bad.
they gotta-
Is it going to be in part 2
slow,
though, right?
Little
Yeah.
slow.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
and they're gonna meet it out slowly.
I want the a trailer for the last shot to be just like this slow pan up to Gold Saucer, and then it's just like, let's go.
It's just it's a zoom in on Cloud, and he's like walking through there, and then it like pans down, and he's got like a bag of like coins and stuff,
Oh shit!
and then like the background's all blurred and stuff, and like then
They
let
start
this-
shooting hoops.
Yeah, he just walks up to a machine and pumps in the first coin, and you're like, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel
Fucking
like
Fort Condor expanded at Gold Saucer.
it was Honeybee, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Really,
I
man.
feel like what all they did to like re-envision that and how that whole scene and sequence worked. Like, I think that Gold Saucer could be crazy.
Oh my god, it's gonna
Yeah.
be nuts.
I'll be heartbroken if Fort Condor is not
The
in it.
minigame?
The minigame, not
Oh,
the place.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the minigame.
I guess so.
What
That's one of my favorite
if-
minigames ever.
What if Gold Saucer is an attraction that they build upon within like the next entry as well.
Oh,
we get,
sure. You
they
can
get
go
like
back.
like we get some stuff there, but they want us reason to make us come back
Yeah.
in the next one.
Yep.
The battle arena will be in there 100%. I feel like they'll do in this part.
Maybe they'll add like more like boss battles to the battle arena as
Yeah.
well, like extra
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
But
yeah.
like stuff that's not in the game yet, they'll like add those.
Sure, yeah, little
later.
teases maybe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those are usually hard mode bosses. I feel like
So wait,
maybe
that's next year.
they're targeting next winter.
Damn, dude,
Winter,
16
yeah.
and
It,
7
it
part
might not
2.
hit it, but who knows?
What?
I'm not expecting to hit it, but it might.
Jeez, Square Enix out of control.
They
Yeah,
got
and a lot of talk about Zach and Zach's role in it.
Zach
Yeah.
Yes.
So many questions to be answered. It's good
Because
stuff.
they're on Unreal now, blood. They're having a better, easier time.
We need a new.
Putting out games every week over there.
We need a new Advent Children. Another one.
That's what they're saying for the end. They're gonna redo it in Unreal Engine
dude.
5.
You could redo
They're gonna
it.
remake the movie.
or
in
make
it.
another like sequel or whatever.
Make it playable.
Dirge of Cerberus is the furthest we've got.
Yeah,
one after that.
I don't know about Dirge.
And
Like,
the ending for Dirge is like, okay.
yeah, maybe we won't go to Dirge.
We're gonna retcon it somehow, maybe.
But actually, yeah, seeing like Advent Children done in like Unreal
Modern.
Engine 5 and like it's like real time graphics. It's like, yeah, we're able to do this in real time. Maybe it's not playable, but like you just can like watch it. And it's like in game engine running at like 60 frames or 120 frames. Something would be sick.
yeah, dude.
And it looks better than even the Advent Children complete version.
Oh, yeah, it will.
Yeah.
Get caught up.
I saw some Kingsglaive hype on my timeline the other day. I was so pumped. It was real hype. It was like, dude, it was hype with a purpose. It was like, yo, 15 hits so much harder after you've seen this scene, and it's the fucking Kingsglaive scene in the throne room when everything's going to hell. Because it just brushes over that in 15.
Yeah, because it was supposed to be in the game originally.
Yeah. Dude,
Visual
Kingsglaive.
nightmare, dude.
Love Kingsglaive, dude.
A lot of fun.
Dragon's Dogma 2.
The wind is pushing me, dude. I'm so excited. Best T-shirt announcement of 2022, dude. Straight up, Dragon's Dogma, Drag Dog, dude.
And that's it, right? We don't
Had
know
its own
anything.
that was it.
And it was the T-shirt thing.
It had its own event.
Okay. I
And
guess.
it was a 20-minute documentary about one, which was very interesting, and then
Yeah.
a T-shirt reveal.
Yeah, you couldn't have
which was
shown me
very
like
sweet.
a hideous pawn or something.
Hey,
Yeah,
Isn't this
dude.
how
It was pitched
RE2
as a
started, right?
celebration
With the sheet
anniversary
shirt?
thing. Yeah.
It was
it.
pitched as a celebration to the point
We
that
knew
we
what
were
that meant, though.
skeptical if they were even going to announce anything, but
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
dude.
nice that it exists and it's
Yeah.
happening.
Thrilled.
That's going to be
Eats knows
that's
back
gonna be
on
a
it,
moment.
dude. Yes.
I am so curious what that will be,
Mm-hmm.
and will it be the correct amount of jank? Who knows? God, I love Dragon's Dogma.
Coming up in July now, Skull and Bones came out of hiding.
Skull and Bones.
Big showcase.
S&B.
And a November 8th release date.
Dude, the roller coaster of emotions for Dawn on this game. The denial, the copium has been strong with Dawn.
Big time drinking all the copium. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't have headphones on right now, but I'll step in into his defense and say that he is completely insane.
Yes.
Later delayed to 2023 as we got closer to that date.
Yo, when Skull and Bones averages an 83 on Metacritic,
We'll all eat crow.
yeah, Don Casanova, dude, will be standing tall.
He'll be standing on his mountain of skulls and bones, looking down on all of us. S&B. He reminds us that they changed the title officially to S&B.
S&B, baby.
Yeah.
Did they really? Or is it just a logo?
Yeah, they really did. Mm-hmm.
No, they did not blood.
Mary DeMarle, one of the lead writers on Deus Ex series and Guardians of the Galaxy,
Good written games.
moved over to Mass Effect
That's great news.
Good
Yeah.
news.
Yeah.
as senior narrative director.
Those both are very well written video games.
Yeah.
Very excited about that.
Yeah, so I'm very excited for Mass Effect, but I am a little worried about Deus Ex. Like a lot of that lead team,
a
they've
little-
gone other places.
You're absolutely right, bud. You're absolutely right.
I'm worried about both.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
yeah. I think the first step is getting those old games out to modern audiences. Let them know what it's all about. You know, the series is all about. Take
Let
some
me be able to
feedback.
play them easily.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Especially the first one. You
Yeah,
know?
definitely.
PS2 version and obviously PC.
yeah, but you think about the strengths of Deus Ex.
Yeah.
and it's like it all feeds right into Mass Effect.
Absolutely.
All
I think
Oh, go ahead.
I think the next Mass Effect is going to be a hit. I've got faith in that. We haven't seen anything, but
I don't.
yeah,
I hope so, though.
I think so.
Maybe if the test will be if Dragon Age is good, the new one when it comes out. That'll be the test.
Totally.
They need a victory.
Yeah.
Also, let my main character be a Krogan.
Yeah.
Let me be an alien.
Yeah, let us be aliens.
Yeah.
You're so right.
Like, let's go,
I
dude.
mean, that goes for Star Wars too, but yeah.
Yeah.
But Krogans are way cooler
Dude.
than most Star Wars things.
Sure.
Dude, that was what I was disappointed about with Andromeda, because it's like we're going to a whole new galaxy or whatever, and it's like just a bunch of people. I'm like, I should have been the only damn human in this thing.
Yeah.
Or whoever was in my ship with me.
Yeah.
So right.
Yeah, it's weird because it's like, yeah, you sort of get that time jump. And it's like, oh, yeah, all these pirate
Yeah.
guys are here already. And like,
It's like, well, that's
oh.
dumb.
E3 announced that ReedPop is taking over, planning for
Yeah.
2023. So far, so good.
I guess, yeah.
September, we learned that there's going to be separate days for business and public.
Yay!
Sounds like some publishers might be coming back.
Yay.
Don't really have any firm announcements for who's going to be there, but
Yeah, their website was the last thing that went up. That just like has email links with saying more information to come.
Yeah.
So it looks like forget the company name. That's actually be handling media registration.
Stride.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Stride.
yeah, it's all being handled by same folks
So-
who do PAX.
Yeah, so it's like legit people who are not just like who do we talk to if we have an issue? It's like
Yeah.
no, like people probably like actually their job is to know the outlets applying and stuff, and not like use weird cryptic measurements and stuff and metrics. So hopefully it goes a lot smoother. And yeah, everything you said sounds like really promising. So they're saying the right things now. Complete 180 from that weird influencer plan they had for like
Right.
the leaks about that thing, and now it's like sounds much better.
The last one was canceled in May, though, so they still got time, right?
Not if they're doing it in, well, that was because they probably weren't sure which way things were going to go, and they
Yeah.
just made we can't predict, whereas now it's, people already been doing in-person
They're
events.
locking stuff down.
Yeah, everything's going back to
Yeah, and
with
they canceled the
precautions.
in-person before
yeah.
that. So
Yeah,
Got it.
the in-person was canceled before May. Yes, yeah, it was the digital only
yeah,
one.
digital.
Yeah.
Platinum Games has hired Takao Yamane, who is former managing director of Nintendo, as a new vice president, and they've been teasing the beginning of this new era for the company. They had talked about basically moving into publishing their own games, as well as potentially other companies' games. They teased a new original IP that they're going to be self-publishing, and they talked about they're going to be like hiring a lot more people.
Okay.
They said they currently have around 300 employees. They feel they need at least 500, maybe 1,000.
Maybe 1,000.
And they want to expand to have studio locations in other Japanese
Oh,
cities.
okay.
Dude, that's a dream. Hey, they said we want the communists say want to make nine
Bayonettas.
Bayonetas,
Yeah.
like Bayonetta 9.
Got a ways
so
to go.
Gotta keep that company rolling for a while.
Yeah.
Make 9 Bayonettas in like the next year.
Yeah. I hope.
I want
Good things
code
for them.
names for them all.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
announce 3 Bayonettas at once with code names.
Bloomberg dropped the deets on GTA 6,
Oh yeah, that week.
talking about the game's gonna have a female protagonist. Gonna have a Bonnie and Clyde inspired story, Huber.
Gets me real
Fictionalized
hyped.
Miami, going
Oh,
back
yeah.
there. Been in the works, they said, since 2014 in some form or another. And then later in the summer, we got a hacker that leaked a bunch of that stuff.
Yeah. I think GTA 5 and Red Dead 2 are two of the greatest video games ever made. They have an insane amount of detail that still is better than a lot of new open world games. So, I mean, this is going to be the biggest game of all time. Straight up, GTA 6 will be the biggest game of all time.
Yeah. Aspire's KOTOR remake, I think we touched on this earlier.
Yes.
Yeah.
Put on hold and shifted to Saber Interactive.
People were fired.
Yeah.
Yep.
On June 30th, they had shown a demo of the game to production partners Lucasfilm and Sony. The team thought the game was in a good place, but the following week, the company fired the design director, Brad Prince, and director Jason Miner. After 3 years of work, development was put on indefinite hold. And it was originally supposed to be ready for this year.
Yeah.
Now, they say a more realistic date would be 2025.
Yeah.
How
it's gonna be
brutal,
wild. It's
dude.
ways away.
It's gonna be wild.
Yeah.
I will say I'm bummed about that GTA leak because their trailers
Are really
reveals are
Yeah.
like some of the best days of
good. And it's like when
my
you see
life.
that game, you want to see it in the
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
state. You know.
when they
I mean,
walk
even
you
what we
through it.
saw,
Yeah.
if you saw any of the leaked stuff, was like, I don't know. You don't really get a good look at
You
those
don't.
characters.
You
or
don't.
anything.
Yeah.
There was the near church mystery, quote unquote.
Oh,
Great
yeah.
mystery.
The hoax.
Great hoax.
10 out of 10 hoax.
Good hoax.
People claim to have just stumbled upon some secret area in the game, and like an unpatched version of the disc. Like nobody could figure it out. Everyone was trying to get the details. The guy wasn't very easy to talk to. He claimed he didn't know how to capture stuff very well.
Which
et
is a
cetera, et
real
cetera.
stroke of genius.
Yeah.
Like, to have it be like a kid or somebody without the capabilities to film it, who just
Yeah.
like found it accidentally. It's so
It's like,
fun.
what do you want me
dude.
to do?
Yeah.
Brandon Jones, dude. Show it or it's a lie. It's my favorite Jones take. He wasn't convinced. It's like, yo, show the footage or it's
He
all
was
lies. Yeah.
Well, but I mean, they
Then they showed
something,
footage.
But
Well,
then it was like,
But it was
a lie.
weird.
like, yeah. Like how
Yeah.
to do it.
and then it got way bigger than they expected. But they kept dragging it out a little bit. And then eventually, it's like, yeah, this is a mod. We've actually made all new mod tools that were beyond what anyone in the modding community had been working with so far.
So cool.
Yeah.
To fool the modding community with mods is amazing.
Yeah.
Hire that person.
People that know what's going on.
Yeah. Jeez.
Meta increased the price of the Quest 2 by $100. Started in August 1st. So now the base price is $400 for the 128 gigabyte model. Quote unquote, in order to continue investing in moving the VR industry forward. So Meta over there losing cash.
So much cash, dude.
like,
They're
okay.
losing so much money.
Can't keep selling these things at a loss, I'm sure is basically what it
Having
came down to.
expensive parties.
Yes, they've had a
that no
lot
one
of
goes
layoffs
to.
too.
Skip.
Yeah, all the tech companies.
Forcing their employees to use the
Use it,
metaverse.
Yeah.
Tired of mispronunciations and jokes, Koch Media changed their name to Play On. Don't need to say anything more about that. Secret two-player mode was discovered in Super Punch-Out
Oh,
yeah, we did
That was
this.
this year.
So
Oh,
wild.
wow.
decades
I
later.
thought this was
Love
last year.
that.
All it takes is a couple button combinations on controller too.
I wonder if the Arkham games have any outstanding secrets, because they were discovered years later, some
Yeah.
stuff.
Only one way to find out,
Yeah,
Huber.
that's
Start playing.
Decades later, it's too good. It's too good. I love that. What was does anyone know a secret that was discovered that long later? Any Nintendo
I mean,
games?
they pop up
the
every now and
Arkham
then,
Asylum
but off the
room?
top of
No,
my
just
head-
in general. Any game where it's this thing was discovered 15 years later. Do you have any other examples or no? Put you
There
on the
definitely
spot.
are, yeah.
Yeah.
Just
I
blanking
know
at
it's
the moment.
happened, but I just have to
It's
off
just
the top
cool.
of my head.
It's
I
just
don't-
really cool. Fascinating.
I mean, I don't know a lot of people knew about the Punch Out Donkey Kong Flash or the Flash in the background was
Oh,
the
right.
timing. That was a few
There's a
years
cue,
ago
yeah.
that was revealed by
Sick.
Nintendo themselves during a Wata Ask, I want to say.
oh, cool.
Yeah.
God. Love that.
August, the Embracer Group went on a spending spree.
Yeah, I'll say.
Most importantly, they bought the IP rights to the Lord of the Rings, which is a whole complicated thing that you can read about somewhere else because I'm not going to remember that.
I feel like the Embracer Group is our industry's anti-hero.
Sure.
Maybe not a true villain, maybe not a true hero, but just this renegade.
They are renegade. That's for sure.
Yeah.
God.
They also, in that same announcement, had purchased Tripwire Interactive, Limited Run Games, Tuxedo Labs, who made Teardown, Singtrix, which is they make karaoke machines and stuff, Tatsujin, which is a Japanese studio, their first Japanese studio that they bought, Bitwave Games, who also works on Japanese retro titles, but they're in Sweden, a company called Geotech, and an undisclosed company that has not been revealed due to commercial reasons, but ranks third or fourth amongst the interactions. I don't actually know, or the transactions. I don't actually know if that has been revealed yet, and it just went under the radar because it wasn't a headline anymore, or what. But
I don't
Embracer
know.
going nuts.
Embrace. Feel the embrace. Whew. Yeah, I just, I hope people remain autonomous, and I hope I hope 10 years from now, when people are writing,
Not exactly, because it seemed that way.
yeah,
And then Saints Row didn't hit expectations. And
Yep.
like, hey, you know what? Volition, we're moving you out of this operating group.
yeah.
We're giving you the Gearbox. Gearbox, you fix this.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lose sleep over it and like be all scared about it, but I just hope in 10 years, looking back, we're not writing about how like that was, the Embracer era, the Activision Blizzard era. Now there's only just a couple game studios left. That's it. That's where we're at. So I don't think it'll get there really, but definitely with how much has been gobbled up, it's definitely like a timeline.
Yeah. Brad, do you have any concerns with Lord of the Rings stuff?
No, they weren't really doing anything with it. Anyone else? I mean, we got like the Shadow Mordor and War, and it's like it's been a long time. The Gollum game, it's not out, so I don't know. But it's like nothing was really happening. Like Lord of the Rings Online's still going, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess we're gonna get new Lord of the Rings games. Cool, sure, whatever.
Let's get a remaster of Two Towers and Return of the King. Let's re-release
There you
those
go.
suckers.
Yeah,
Start there.
Yeah,
Nice. Huber, an Alone in the Dark remake was announced.
Everything returns. Looking at you,
Story
Turok.
by Mikhail Hedberg, who is the writer of Soma and Amnesia: The Dark Descent.
Great.
It's original story. It does incorporate characters, places, and themes, but they're basically starting from scratch.
Great. Optimistic.
wait, it's original story,
It's cool.
but it's a remake of the first game.
Yeah.
Like Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, that the new
Yeah.
thing now.
Yeah, like,
It's like
kind of like layers of fear in a way. It's kind of doing that ish. Yeah. But yeah, really optimistic. Another essential survival horror franchise, maybe died off,
Yeah,
and then they had the weird, open up your jacket one, the Alone in the Dark like reboot one where your inventory was in the coat. So modern day Alone in the Dark has not caught on, but this seems like the
it's
perfect
the
time. Yeah,
survival horror
Yeah,
remakes especially.
yeah.
Huber, with that writer, do you think that's, with them having him, do you think that makes you worried at all about the new Amnesia, or they're taking it in a pretty different direction?
Yeah. This person did Amnesia, just Dark Descent,
Dark
and Soma,
Descent and Soma.
but not Amnesia Rebirth.
Right.
Okay, yeah, the Rebirth story was just okay. Like, it was good, but, it wasn't Dark Descent levels, so
I think it was better than Machine for Pigs, though, maybe?
Oh, definitely, but that was Chinese.
other-
A whole other
Yeah,
company,
yeah.
but, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see. Optimistic about both, though, Blood, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
NetEase, we talked about earlier with Nagoshi Studio, had also grabbed Grasshopper at some point, I think maybe last year. But after 27 years at Capcom, Hiroyuki Kobayashi left to join NetEase as a producer,
Yep.
which he announced on his 50th birthday. He worked on Dragon's Dogma, Resident Evil, and DMC.
A lot of Resident Evil games.
And then later in the year, in November, they gave his new studio an official name, GP Track 50, no spaces.
All
Focus-
caps.
Yeah. Focused on making global IP that not only encompasses games, but also extends out to films, novels, and manga. And that's what I was saying. Like, they're looking for big stuff. So, like, 3 years, NetEase games. We're going to look at them differently, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big blow to Resident Evil, in my mind. He was definitely a big voice producing all those games. And one of my favorite things about Resident Evil is how they all connect. Just this big, long storyline. So it would have been cool if they, like, were able to end it with his time there. Like Resident Evil 9, I always think of, like, this great opportunity to kind of wrap up, the long-running storyline in one way or another. But see. Just with, like,
I
all
don't
those
know.
old veteran characters,
Brad laughs derisively.
yeah.
like a soft, I'm thinking not like it's over, we're starting over, but a soft reboot where, like, these characters exit and then,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wish they did that a while ago.
yeah. But we're in a cool spot again with it, dude. 7 and 8. I like the way the old veterans are positioned in modern day Resident Evil.
Some of the
Just
stuff
Chris.
they did in 8 made it brought it back in an interesting way.
Yeah.
Wave Race 64 came out for Switch.
No.
And Don Casanova has been back at it, setting new times for
Yeah, he's a
13
speedrunner.
weeks so
Yeah.
far.
Heck yeah, he is.
Yeah.
And they patched in the original ads.
Yeah, that is
Remember
nice.
Kawasaki.
That is cool.
Yeah.
And Nintendo listens sometimes.
Sometimes.
Gamescom had some good showings, including Lies of P, Layers of Fears, and Goat Simulator 3.
Yep.
And Kojima came to announce his new podcast brain structure.
Yep. Yep.
Anyone actually listen yet?
No, I want
Sadly,
to.
no.
Has Norman Reedus been on yet?
Don't know.
If
don't
he is, I'll
know.
listen to that episode.
I don't know. I wouldn't be
I
surprised.
think Keely's on one.
I'm a Norman
Keely
Reedus
is like
fanatic.
a regular, recurring.
All right.
Keely recently referred to it as
panelist.
our podcast.
Oh,
I think,
did he?
at
Yeah,
the Game
that's funny.
Awards, So
Ooh.
Wow, Keely.
Co-production. Yo, Life of P hype.
Yeah, looks
Life
good.
of P hype.
Looks fun.
Yeah. Wonder what Guillermo thinks.
Right?
He hates it.
I haven't watched that yet.
Oh, I
The
did.
new
It's
Pinocchio.
not stop motion, so he hates it.
Meanwhile, Smash Brothers director Masahiro Sakurai started his own YouTube channel.
Yeah, wild.
Yeah.
Sharing
Super cool.
historical insight.
Really
and
cool.
Really
Good
like
stuff.
nitty gritty tips from games he's developed, and
uh,
also like quick and tight.
Yeah, it's really good.
and unseen footage of like OG, the development of original Smash Brothers for N64,
so
like
cool.
seeing like the polygon fighters and everything. It's like we'd only seen screenshots before, and you just dropping footage, like archive footage. Like, yo,
Yeah,
this
it's
is
cool.
Need more of this. Need more teams at Nintendo doing stuff like this. This
Yes.
is awesome.
Yes,
Peel that curtain back. We like to see.
Yeah.
we do. Yeah.
Halo Infinite ditched split screen.
Ooh, yeah.
Forge co-op campaign and campaign replay did come out later this year. But in the summer, 343 announced it would not finish development of split screen campaign.
Damn. Synonymous with that series.
Yeah. I think if this was 10 years ago, I would be so depressed.
Yeah,
You know? But it's a big blow regardless because those were so fun. Split screen.
Yeah. I think the blow was tempered a little bit by how long it took.
Yeah, I was already like
But
over
they're-
it by
Yeah, I'm
that
done with
point.
Halo.
There
Yeah.
were definitely people that were still hurting. They were
Yeah.
waiting to play that game with somebody, and then it's
Yeah.
like, oh, it's gone now.
I was saying 10 years ago for me because that's when I like lived with people who I would play with.
Yeah.
But
And also, it really feels like the backwards compatibility did it.
Oh, sure.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah.
Trying to do a full open world on Xbox One
yeah.
was just
Like Gotham Knights.
had
It's
issues.
compromises.
Gotham Knights.
Mhm.
30 frames.
NetEase is back. They purchased Quantic Dream, makers of Heavy
yeah.
Rain,
That's right. I
Detroit
forgot
Become
about that.
Human, Beyond Two Souls.
It's another
Their
big
first
one.
European studio.
Big acquisitions.
Yeah.
Undisclosed amount. They purchased
By
them.
a lot.
Backdoor shady deals. And their next game is Star Wars, right? Eclipse?
Yes.
Got it.
I don't know if that's their next game. It's
It's
the
one game.
One that we know
we
about.
know of,
Got it.
yeah.
Yeah. But it seems like it's a long way to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
2 years at least. At least.
Ubisoft 4 didn't happen until September. And when it did, it was a real slog.
Oh my God. This was one of my least favorites of the entire year. Without question. Without
so
question. I was
Oh, I forgot about
miserable.
this.
Miserable
They
experience.
didn't show gameplay, did they?
They did not show gameplay.
But they showed the collector's edition.
Yes.
They kept going on.
They said, "Hey, buy this
the
$100
history
thing."
of Assassin's Creed.
And I know I'm not crazy because I live and bleed the Creed. I fucking love Assassin's Creed. And it was
Grab that
so
stinger.
it was so boring. It was so boring. Like, I'm a sucker for that. Like, give me all the behind the scenes and celebrate this prolific franchise. And it's like, no. It was just really,
Yeah, it was boring, dude.
it was really boring.
wasn't the place
is the
for it.
best way.
They
Yeah.
just had a whole bunch of like interstitial, just copy paste.
Yep.
They even made fun of themselves for saying the same things over and over again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if you have the time to write that joke, go back.
Yeah.
Do something different.
Yeah.
Mario and Rabbids look great.
Yeah, and like next
Yes.
day they had a
Yeah.
direct
Mario and Rabbids
that
looked
showed like more of it too.
And then, yeah, in terms of, if you would not had to sit through it, it's actually a fair amount of Assassin's Creed announcements. They announced Assassin's Creed Mirage,
True.
Codename Jade,
Codename Jade.
a Netflix series, codenamed Red,
Red.
codename Hexa, and then the whole Infinity thing
Yeah.
launcher, basically.
Yeah. We are a approaching a new era. Such high stakes and high hopes for Mirage Bloodworth. Like this is
And that's
the
one that's classic
one.
Assassin's Creed.
Yes.
Supposedly not RPG focused.
will give
Big
that a
time
chance.
scaled down, back to its roots, they've said, with Bassam, who is a wonderful character introduced in Valhalla, the newest game. It just has so much potential and promise after 3 behemoth Assassin's Creed games. So it's the perfect time, but will it be good? We will see.
I'm looking forward to Hexa.
Yeah.
Witches, dude.
Heck
Folk
yeah.
horror stuff. Perfect vibe for that.
So cool.
GoldenEye.
Dun, dun, dun,
Finally
dun.
getting a re-release.
Yes.
Coming to both Switch and Xbox.
Yeah.
Bum, bum, bum.
Do for England, James.
Interestingly enough,
Me.
online multiplayer is only available on the Switch.
Yeah, so it's like each version has pros and cons, which
Yeah.
is really stressing me the hell out. Because it's like Xbox has
Better visuals, probably.
better something. I remember, better visuals or something, and online, right?
No,
Online
doesn't-
Switch is online.
Switch is online,
Yes.
but Xbox is not online.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I guess I'm buying both versions.
Gotta
I
pay
would
to
anyway.
play, man.
Yeah.
Well, you can't buy the Switch version.
Yeah.
You gotta
Yeah,
only
I mean,
subscribe.
expansion pack.
Subscribe. They got you. They got you.
And that's why it has online, because that is a functionality of the N64 app, basically, that you
This'll
can play multiplayer games with people as if you're in the room
Be
with them.
very interesting.
Can't complain, it's
because
coming
we've
back.
seen some of like the big test for this online thing. The games that they put out on Nintendo Switch Online already.
Yes.
Because we still don't like have Smash Brothers, which just like because
No,
people are like,
no.
oh, Smash Online, and like Mario Kart.
64, dude.
So like Mario Kart 64. You know,
Not good when
Some
it came out.
issues there.
Yeah.
Now it's GoldenEye's turn. Will there be like videos popping up about not good to play online, Nintendo?
Input
Probably.
lag.
Seems to be
Yeah.
the cycle.
And if that's true, it's like there's probably no hope for Smash.
The other thing that's different too is, if I remember right, like you can't just matchmake.
Yeah.
No, you
You
have to,
can't.
You
Yeah,
have to play with friends.
yeah. It's literally you have to do the
And it's
party
all four
invite
on
in
the
the beginning,
screen,
and they
no
have to.
matter
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. So you can't. Oh,
It's-
okay. It makes my choice easier then.
Yeah.
Sorry,
It's
Switch.
yeah. It's not like what you're thinking. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only cool for like landing, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I played Wave Race with Dawn, and that was great. But
That is
it,
actually really cool.
Yeah.
we definitely had little issues here and there.
Little
Where we
hiccups.
noticed that things.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like
Yeah.
GoldenEye multiplayer too, dude. That thing
Yeah.
runs slow.
I'm curious
Will they give
what
it a
the frame
frame
rates are going to
bump?
be like on that
Yeah.
game.
That's a great question. That's a good point.
Perfect Dark
yeah.
runs phenomenally on that the
On
digital.
Xbox,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's so great. The question is, will they just add a little Daniel Craig skin?
No.
Just throw it in there.
Nah.
No.
It's so easy. It's just a face. You just put
So
his face
easy,
in
a
there.
license
They're not gonna do
fee.
anything, dude.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be the old thing.
If they're licensing
might be easy
GoldenEye,
and-
if they're getting a fucking James Bond game out the door after this long, like, just a little tribute, just a little Daniel Craig skin. I don't think it's that crazy.
I think it is.
I think
it's pretty crazy.
it would be easier for them to add Daniel Craig to Perfect Dark than it would be for GoldenEye, because Perfect Dark had that
You
removed
can put your face in,
thing
yeah.
from the Game Boy. Yeah.
So cool.
The sequel to Breath of the Wild finally got a name.
Finally, dude.
Breath of the Wild 2.
Wild 2. That's what it's called officially.
Tears of the
Breath of the
Kingdom,
Wild.
which hilariously people were not sure whether they meant tears or tears
Yes.
So
for
funny.
like the first day.
Yes.
So fun.
It's finally
that
happening.
game. I love it.
Yeah.
It's very sad to me. It's very melancholic, which is my favorite vibe.
Yeah, it's happening. Finally. Been waiting for a long time. Still gotta wait more, but at least
Still
we
need
got
to
a
show more.
date. Definitely need to show more.
We nervous about the switchiness?
Of course.
Yeah,
Yes.
but not too nervous because I
no.
think it being on the same engine is, you know,
Yeah, first party Nintendo doesn't fuck around. You know, even the switchiness. If it's,
It's gonna
first
have-
party,
it's
they're
gonna
good.
have-
They're great.
similar frame rate issues as the first. game, I
This
think.
game might have some of the most unrealistic expectations
Yes.
out there.
Yes.
So just pump the brakes is what you're saying.
Like both sales wise, like, you know, trying to live up to the sales of the Breath of the Wild, and yeah, crazy things because how long it's been in development. Like looking at a year in review.
Something
but like,
happened.
You guys are bigger Zelda fans, but I'm irrational and I really think every Zelda's just a 10. Like, sorry, so I'm not worried.
have you played? Never mind.
The mainline.
Have you played Triforce Heroes?
I'm talking mainline. Mainline is the real deal mainline game.
Have you played Skyward Sword HD?
Love Skyward Sword.
I don't like you
I
anymore.
love Skyward Sword.
Wow.
It's not my favorite Zelda, of course, but it's still better than
Okay.
90% of video games in my mind.
It's a good game.
Love Skyward Sword. It's a great game.
Should have brought it to Hall of Shame. Damn it.
Oh my god. Oh.
Come on,
All right, we
man.
got a good look at a slew of new Yakuza sequels, but they're changing the name in the West. Like a Dragon now.
Yep.
New era.
We got Like a Dragon Ishin,
Yeah.
finally.
Looks cool.
Hype.
Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name.
What a
Fucking
title!
love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
So
And,
amazing.
Just
Like a Dragon
continuing-
8.
Yeah. Continuing the best names, I think Yakuza 6, The Song of Life, is top 10 game names ever, in my mind. Just love it. The man that erased his name.
It's like the man who stole the world away.
The man who knew too much. Like, this
Sold the world. Sorry.
awesome. Yeah, and that little trailer too for that one.
Hmm.
Getting the dragon back in there, Yeah. Good stuff.
EA and Koei Tecmo, unexpected team up,
Yeah.
announced Wild Hearts.
Yep.
Monster Hunter style game coming very early next
This
year.
looks sick.
It is sick.
What's your hype check, Isla?
Yeah, I'm into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Looks
good.
really cool.
It's good. When I played of it, I was like, cool. This is cool. I like this.
Sick.
You're hunting-
Mechanisms.
Yeah, hunting beasts like Monster Hunter, but the beasts are like also like half plant.
Yeah. That boar just looks so cool.
Yeah,
And you throw
Well,
like mechanisms at them.
Wait, what did you say?
The boar looks so cool.
Are you confusing?
Isn't there a big boar in it
there's a
as
boar in
well?
both.
Okay,
of
okay,
them.
Both- both
okay.
games
Wanna
have
make
that big
sure,
board.
not the one with
Yeah.
eyes.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
just want to make sure you got the right
Wulong
one.
also
boars.
has a boar.
The Wulong boar and this boar look great.
Reusing assets.
It's the year of the boar, dude.
Yep.
But yeah, as Isla was saying, like you can throw these things
Like
down,
structures, yeah.
Oh, that's so sick.
and like launch up is to like have like a helicopter thing that you fly around.
Yeah,
with.
like I had an
Inspector
umbrella
Gadget shit?
that could do.
Yeah,
It's like
and there's like a
smart
harpoonish
stuff.
thing.
Yeah, there's a
too.
bunch of cool
The
stuff.
smart stuff to like get elevated and without needing like walls and stuff, which is the thing like in Monster Hunters always had to do, where you either have to like funnel a monster into a certain area. So this
Yeah,
is like,
the
no, we're gonna
traps.
like let you just do that anywhere you want.
It's really
Pretty
cool.
sick.
And Brad,
Yeah,
you played
Inspector
some.
Gadget shit.
Yeah.
Inspector Gadget shit.
Yep.
Yes.
3 players.
Yep.
For this one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I believe it's crossplay also. I
Ooh,
believe.
nice.
There you go.
Very cool.
Monster Hunter's 4 it.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is
But it
Yeah.
But
doesn't
they have no
crossplay.
crossplay, no
Zero.
cross save.
And no
yeah.
cross save.
Yeah.
Keep putting Sunbreak out on new platforms, and it's like,
Yeah.
can you carry progress? No.
They'll consider
Start over
it.
again. I already started over once. It's
Yeah.
over. I'm done.
Splatoon 3 was the fastest selling game in Japanese history,
Yeah, it's crazy.
gaining 3.45 million in sales over its first weekend. I'm curious if that's still true after Pokemon sales. I don't know what the Japanese sales for Pokemon were.
I think we would have heard about it by now.
Maybe, yeah. 69% of all physical games sold in Japan in September were Splatoon 3.
It's crazy.
There you go.
Wild.
That's some Splatoon mania.
Isla,
Yeah.
we're getting remakes of Suikoden 1 and 2
Hell
next
yeah,
year from
we
Konami.
are.
Everything returns. Turok's next.
Are they remakes or remasters?
They're sort of remasters.
Yeah.
They're kind of redoing the graphics of the backgrounds and keeping the sprites kind of more in the old style. It looks kind of cool. I hope it's good. And they're
Yeah,
adding
they
a lot of
redid
like
a lot of character art too, right?
yeah, and they're adding a lot of animations and sounds and stuff that weren't there before. Like the trees didn't move here and they move now, stuff like that. Suikoden's 1 and 2 are so good. Everyone, please
10 out of 10.
be excited.
NVIDIA announced their gigantic and probably overpriced 4000 series, 40 series. What's the best way we talk about that? Anyways,
Damiani.
the new graphics cards, 4090 at
4,000.
$1599.
Wow.
But
Steep.
apparently it's a good value for what it does.
Yeah, the 4080 though at $1199. Not so much.
Not a good value.
Not so much.
No.
And then the 4080 12 gigabyte was $899 until it got pulled
It got canceled.
because everyone called them out on their naming malarkey.
Yeah, they tried to sneak a fast one, and everyone caught it. Yeah, it seems like the 4090, barring like a few small minor issues like involving power cables, something like that, and the adapters they have to use. But once that's sorted out, it's actually like a really beast of a card, and like with lower power consumption, and like it is actually a really good upgrade.
Oh wait, lower power consumption.
Yeah,
Interesting.
it's cool, runs cooler. Yeah, it's actually a legit good card. Just it's the highest end, so that's like a premium enthusiast card where people are still looking, get into PC gaming and looking for those mid to lower tier, and they're still kind of like missing the mark there.
60 frames with ray tracing.
On everything except Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk, it's like close. I think it's like sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. Yeah, Cyberpunk's a beast for that. Yeah. And Times Square in Spider-Man, despite Kyle Bossman saying it was 60 frames or something. No, he's not right. But that debacle. And plus, on the heels of EVGA announcing they were leaving, that was like the big thing with this as well. I think once we saw the reveal of all this, it made sense kind of like why they were kind of like fed up.
Yeah, not getting enough money for helping NVIDIA out, basically, by producing more of those cards. September is when we had those GTA 6 hacks and leaks.
Yeah.
Bastards.
17-year-old
So
suspect
annoying.
was arrested in the UK.
Yeah.
I didn't hear about anything after that. I don't know what happened from there.
Yeah,
So annoying.
you probably wouldn't hear from them again.
Super
They
annoying.
got vanished.
There was also, around that time, 40 minutes of leaked Diablo 4 footage,
Right. Yeah.
which we've now gotten to see officially.
Yes.
Yeah. EA Motive announced a new single-player Iron Man game with executive producer Olivier Proulx from the Guardians of the Galaxy team.
Good
This is what I'm
game.
saying.
Good game.
That team's breaking up.
Yeah.
Motive previously worked on Star Wars Squadrons.
Great game.
Great game.
So fun.
And they're working on Dead Space.
Hype.
Looks good.
So hype.
Looks
Dude,
good.
a month away, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And it's the first of several Marvel games now in the works at EA, including what's rumored to be a Black Panther game
Cool.
as well.
I'd play that.
Google just ripped the plug out of Stadia.
Surprising no one.
Surprising the people making the games for them, but no warning. The store was just immediately turned off. You won't be able to play any Stadia games after January 18th. The devs releasing games were not warned. The people working on Stadia were not warned. But we all got refunds. So there's that, I guess.
Refund day happened, right?
What's that?
Refund day happened already, right? Or is it going to happen?
They're ongoing. I've gotten my refunds already, though. But yeah, some people may not have gotten all the refunds yet.
The
But don't worry.
investigation is ongoing.
They announced another gaming thing, Google gaming thing or whatever. Remember recently? Game Awards or
Yeah,
something?
Google Play, whatever,
Google
streaming,
Gameplay,
whatever.
stream. Yeah, another.
I don't remember what that was.
I don't know, but I had it best. Like, stills confidence in all of us. Coming
Yeah.
on the heels of Stadia dying.
Gonna go all in on that one.
Hideo, what's Yuji Naka say about it?
Yeah. Was it what short it or pump and dump?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like the future of cloud gaming belongs to Samsung right now. Like those TVs, I mean, because they've got xCloud,
Yeah.
but they've also got NVIDIA. They've also got Luna. They've also got this new company that's been making the rounds called Utomic, who also just put out their stuff on Android today.
Crazy.
And yeah, so, and they have their own Samsung app where it kind of tries to sync everything. So it's like if you have multiple services, you can look up in their app. It's like, hey, do I have this game on any of these services? And it just like puts you in the game, and other little perks like that that are just native to the TV interface.
Samsung. Better watch out.
More NetEase news.
Yo.
I'm saying. NetEase hired Watch Dogs' Jonathan Morin to head a new studio in Montreal.
Which Watch Dogs?
I think it's original Watch Dogs, but
That's
I'm
a
not
good game.
100% sure off the top of my
2
head.
is fucking incredible.
Yeah.
People don't
Yeah,
talk
you might
about
have
it
been on 2
enough.
as well.
2 is so good. It's the best.
We've got more headlines to come, but if you've been enjoying this show so far, please take a second to like, and subscribe and ring that bell on YouTube. It helps us and it helps you stay connected. And now, a word from our sponsors.
The Easy Allies podcast is sponsored by Factor. Yo, the holidays are super busy, and you're going to be running around, and maybe you won't want to cook. That's where something like Factor comes in handy. Factor shops, preps, cooks, and delivers to your door so you can enjoy chef-crafted, dietitian-approved meals during the holidays minus the hassle. Plus, with 34 meals per week, including Gourmet Plus, Keto, Calorie Smart, Vegan Plus Veggie, and 36 weekly add-ons, more than 36 weekly add-ons, you'll have plenty of nutritious, flavorful options to choose from. It's pre-made. You just heat them up in the microwave, and they're good. They're real good. It's very handy. Takes like 2 minutes. It's fantastic. You don't gotta chop anything up. You don't have to go to the grocery store. It's cheaper than takeout and dining out, which is something I should probably take stock of. So you can put that money towards presents for me. And your friends, whatever, people you actually know. Thanks to Factor's commitment to ingredients with integrity, you can enjoy flavorful, chef-crafted meals guilt-free, like their creamy Parmesan chicken and 3-bean vegan chili. Your new year started off with some sweet meals that you don't have to cook. They get hectic around New Year's and stuff. Factor's flexible. You can change your order up every week with plans from 4 to 18 meals per week, or pause or reschedule your deliveries anytime. Stress less over meal times this holiday season with no prep, no mess. Meals free up all your time. You'll be an incredible new you for this new year. Head to go.factor75.com/allies60 and use code allies60 to get 60% off your first box. That's code allies60 at go.factor75.com/allies60 to get 60% off your first box. Check it out. It's good. And it's easy.
And if you are a patron of Easy Allies, thank you. All right. Home stretch. We're in October now. Need for Speed, Unbound, announced in October, released in December. Pretty good game.
That's how you do it.
Pretty good.
Yeah, that's how you got to do it. It's
Well,
excellent.
Maybe.
Well, maybe. I don't know that they got enough hype out
Sales,
there.
yes.
I feel like people weren't paying
People didn't even
attention.
know it came out probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I definitely got those messages like, this game's out?
Yeah.
In an investor relations briefing, CD Projekt Red shared a slew of plans, including Project Sirius, a Witcher game developed by the Molasses Flood, Project Polaris, a new Witcher trilogy, 3 games planned to release within 6 years.
Whoa.
So game 1 comes out, game 3 will be out within 6 years.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Pretty ambitious on that one. Project Canis Majoris, another game in the Witcher universe from an unnamed external developer, which turned out to be that Witcher 1 remake. With some of the veterans from the team that are in their own studio now. Project Orion, a new cyberpunk game from CD Projekt Red North America, which has offices in Boston and Vancouver. And Project Hadar, a new original IP that's being built from scratch at CD Projekt Red.
Yep.
So no licenses this time around. All theirs.
They're also ditching Red Engine.
Yeah. Moving on Unreal.
Yeah, Unreal. Yep. Crazy. And they got a stacked plate. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
seems like a lot. It always makes you nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they have a lot of teams, at least, it sounds like.
Yeah, a lot of that stuff they're not making in-house.
Yeah.
It's the Witcher thing and the new IP.
Mm-hmm.
The Witcher trilogy and the new IP.
Yeah.
Yeah. Meta revealed the MetaQuest Pro premium model at $14.99. Got 256 gigabytes of storage, 40% lighter, whatevers. Self-tracking controllers
That is so
that are
weird.
available separately for $300. And they emphasize, this is the funniest part of it to me, all this expensive gear. Emphasize this is meant for work meetings with the partnership with Microsoft to bring Teams, Office, and Windows to VR.
Skip.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't care.
Like, yeah, whatever.
What you do care about is a big Silent Hill showcase.
Yes.
Yeah.
Silent Hill 2 remake by Bloober.
Yes.
Silent Hill Townfall by Annapurna and No Code.
Yes.
Return to Silent Hill movie based on Silent Hill 2, it looks like.
Sick.
Yeah.
Silent Hill Ascension, this is a weird interactive streaming thing that's probably garbage, who knows?
Yeah.
And Silent Hill F, the crazy thing that's set in Japan.
Yeah.
Who's developing F again?
That's the big. Say who it is.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the Resident Evil remake team, isn't it?
No.
Oh, wait. Who am I thinking of then?
I didn't
Say
actually
it.
write down who was making.
Say it,
I know
Damian.
it's a Japanese team.
They had
Say
a
it.
recent game that was not very good.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Who
Oh,
is
it's Reverse team, right?
That's it. I knew
You
there
were
was
so
something
close.
there.
Like you said, Resident Evil. Like just say Reverse.
I knew there was something there. Yep.
There
That
it is. So you have the
alarming.
Reverse
flag.
team.
Yeah, but they've
Such a red
just let
flag.
Reverse sit around for the last
No,
year.
It's
no.
so alarming, dude.
Like that
No.
concept seems so ambitious.
Yeah.
I don't have any faith in
Yeah,
that
I'm nervous.
whatsoever.
I don't know.
One of the main things I
A
will
lot of developers just make little throwaway trash games when they
Dude,
know that they're not
that
going
is my
anywhere.
still
biggest
one of the
concern.
things. Yeah, I mean,
Remedy
it's-
just made that Crossfire thing.
That's a good point, Blood. Great point.
I'm gonna revisit that again. Just get to the bottom of this.
Am I wrong or
Am I
right?
wrong? am I out of touch with reality?
Is it me or is it the kids?
Keeper's gonna go back to that game and he's not gonna recognize anything.
I know. Like, what is
What is this game? I didn't play
I
this.
thought I played
Dream.
this.
Yeah. Yeah. Silent Hill, we've been waiting a long time, and I love how varied this lineup of games is. You know, we get the remake, we get a brand new one, we get some weird interactive one, we get a movie. Like, perfect. Perfect way for a long dormant franchise.
Just
to
need
come
that
back.
collection.
Yeah, exactly. That's the only thing missing, right? Is like the old
Yeah.
remasters is really the only missing piece. Because, yeah,
Do them right.
you know, if Castlevania came back,
Give them to freaking Digital Eclipse or to
Yeah.
freaking Blue Point or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Oh, Blue Point remakes would be nuts.
yeah, because if I was gonna say
have
if
to go to Sony for
Castlevania,
that.
if Castlevania
Still,
came back, this
Sony
is
would.
exactly what I'd want.
Sony, you do it.
If it's on theirs only.
Blue Point's probably locked up right now on something.
I'm sure
I'm
they're
sure.
doing something. Yeah.
Yeah,
I would say that I am, as a huge Silent Hill fan, I am very excited and very cautious about most of these. Silent Hill F, or Fortissimo, or whatever, Forte, whatever it is. I loved that trailer. I loved it. It was so gross and weird and beautiful. So who knows? I hope these are good. I don't know. It was funny because they were like Reverse.
Reverse.
What about it?
That's the developer.
of F?
Of F?
Yes.
She wasn't there.
I wasn't there. I
I
was.
moved away for a second.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Shyla.
It's okay.
that
I
brings
tried to
me-
talk about it. It's okay.
Well, no, that brings me to my next point because in that same showcase, they said like we get thousands of offers a year from all these people wanting to make them, and we only gave them to the best, and they gave them like every single one of these. The teams are like questionable.
No Code's good.
What do they do?
They did an observation.
Observation was good.
Yeah.
It's good. It's not the best.
Yeah,
It's good.
yeah, it was
I'm
all
with
right.
you, Isla. I'm with you, Isla.
I liked it.
Well, to be fair, though, the last, the tail end of Silent Hills were.
Oh,
just,
they were
you know,
not
yeah.
good. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So
I mean,
let's
like
hope.
they're now with counting Origin and Book of Memories and stuff. Like, there might be more bad Silent Hills than
Yeah.
good ones.
For sure.
Ooh.
But yeah, I hope they're. I don't know. I hope they're really good. I hope every single one of them is a slam dunk.
Same.
I believe that it's possible.
Mm-hmm.
It's a possibility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Need hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I skipped most of the really bad news, but G4 was shut down again. So heart goes out to everyone there
Definitely.
who's trying their best to make that work.
This is a real bummer.
Yeah.
Because also it's like, I feel like it could have been avoided. It felt like people with a bunch of money playing with people's lives in an
Yeah.
unfair way. Because like.
Right.
To me, and I think many people looking at it from the outside, we were just like, this seems like you're ramping up maybe too fast. You're dumping a lot of money in. Like the overhead up front
Right.
is very high. And I don't know.
Yeah.
It just really, it fucking burns, you know? It sucks. Because it's just like, this could have been avoided if it was like more responsibly. I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to cast blame or anything. It's just like, it's really unfortunate.
Yeah.
But kind of bouncing off of that, I was with Victor Lucas at the Game Awards. I actually got to sit next to him. And if you're not
Nice.
aware, he was,
The best.
old school Electric Playground.
Love them, man.
One of the first TV video things about video games, period.
It's a good dude.
And like he's pretty much campaigning right now with Canadian TV. He's like, hey, we need, this industry is huge. It's huge in Canada. It's a big part of our economy. We need to bring it back. So,
Sick.
he's just basically like trying to lead a charge to get Electric Playground back
Need
on
those
the air.
champions.
And he's a good dude. Always
Yeah.
comes up and asks how we're doing.
He's great.
Very sincerely.
Love the man.
Wants to know. Yep. Square Enix trademarked the term symbiogenesis in Japan, which made us all think Parasite Eve was happening,
Yeah.
but no, just some NFT nonsense.
It's coming. Parasite Eve will return.
Who knows
Just relax.
anymore,
It's
And
man?
coming.
what's the phrase, Huber?
Everything returns.
There you go.
Everything returns.
returns.
Every single thing returns. Just a matter of time. Parasite Eve will return again.
This could be a tagline of a Netflix show.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah.
It sounds like some kind of like MCU tagline.
Everything returns.
Everything returns, whether you like it or not.
The passengers of Flight 652 disappeared,
Is that a
but
lost
everything
joke?
returns. There's like 8 shows where that happened.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Stories happen throughout the year, but I put PSVR 2 here in Q4. It was announced last year, but this year we got to see the way it looked for the first time.
Yep.
We got all the crazy tech specs.
Price.
We got to find out that PlayStation VR games would not be compatible.
Oh, yeah.
Which, in hindsight, makes sense. PSVR is not
Fully
built like
different tech,
anything
yep.
else. But still a bummer for people that bought those games and made those games.
Yep.
And then, we got to find out that the price is $549.99 in the U.S., coming out February 22nd, including the headset, 2 controllers, and headphones.
Yeah.
So,
This stuff ain't cheap
yeah.
to build. I mean,
Yeah,
No,
that's the
it's-
thing. It's
yeah,
like it's a
it's
lot
not
of money
cheap. Yeah.
for like a consumer to look at.
Yeah.
But then when you look at the competition, and it's like, well, for what you're getting, it's pretty
Yeah.
cheap.
Yeah.
It's weird.
because like tech wise, it's like hopefully better than a Quest 2.
Yeah, I think
And
it's
it's-
easily better than a Quest 2.
Yeah, and a
I think
PS5
it's
is like a
pretty competitive
computer.
with some of the others because they're still, they haven't really been updated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like a Vive, or
Yeah.
maybe better than a Vive
Yeah.
for cheaper. And a PS5 is cheaper than a computer, so it's weird.
Just need my Astrobot.
Yes.
Mhm.
Have not seen
Yeah.
Astrobot yet. And along with that, not too long after, previous head of Oculus, Palmer Luckey,
Oh.
followed up by revealing he had made his own VR headset that could blow your head off if you die in the game.
This guy's like a James Bond villain, dude. He's just out of his mind.
Yeah, it's very unhinged.
Abolish billionaires, man.
Yeah, you have so much money. Like, he's just like
So out of touch.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we're getting close to the end here. God of War Ragnarok, 5.1 million copies in its first week,
Yeah.
making it the fastest selling PlayStation first-party title in history.
Crazy.
Which Nintendo followed up with later that day. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet launched to record sales 10 million in the first 3 days, making it the fastest selling first-party console exclusive. But the game is also a mess.
Yes. Yes.
GTA 6 will shatter all of these records.
I'm curious. But it's interesting because these records that they're touting are records for first-party games. Or it's console exclusives.
Yes, yeah, good call,
They're not
good call.
comparing them to Call of Duty
Yeah.
or
Good
GTA.
call.
Or
Good
FIFA.
call.
Yeah. We just got an announcement for the new Amnesia game.
Yeah.
Amnesia the Bunker.
I'm excited. Great time to switch up the formula. A little more action oriented.
It's like World War One, right?
Yeah, you're
That's
right.
super
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. And this
Trailer
like,
shows a person with one
The
bullet,
bullet, yeah.
dude. Yes.
And what is it? You have a watch and your like light is loud or something?
yeah, your light has
source
to be
of
cranked
light,
up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Awesome idea.
Yeah.
Like, your one source of comfort in the darkness is an audible source of fear. It's so good.
Totally. And I wonder if they'll still have the darkness mechanic that like messes
Oh,
you
I'm
up.
sure.
Oh,
I'm sure.
Yeah.
So that trade-off of like,
Yeah,
do I let
yeah.
this thing run out and hide in the dark, or do I keep it pumping and have the enemies come a knocking?
Hopefully, it's not too much pursuer enemies though.
Yeah, there's usually good pacing in Amnesia.
Yeah, usually.
Long, good stretches of just chilling out.
And they do like segments. Yeah. Like the threat is this for this part. The threat is
Yeah.
this for that part.
Exciting.
I've seen a few looks at that Super Mario Brothers movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
Damiani is
Pretty good.
so hyped.
Looking pretty
Looking
good.
pretty good.
Looking pretty good.
It's like Last of Us levels of hype, dude, and hope for how good of an adaptation it's gonna be. That's where I'm at
Yeah.
with you, Damiani.
Was Keegan-Michael
Yeah.
Key like the best celebrity presenter at that show?
Oh, that was really good. And I loved how he took like a meme about like the toad joke and like just like
Cat.
ran with it. Yeah,
Yeah, I could
versus
see that
cat.
joke not landing with some people.
I think he
Yeah.
he did a really good job with it. So
Well,
yeah.
comedians.
No,
best-
but,
yeah.
but
the best
there's a
presenter
history
was-
of comedians not like doing a
Oh,
good
yeah, yeah.
job
That's
at
true.
like
That's
Game
true.
Award shows,
Yeah.
especially the Game Awards
Oh.
and the previous version
Yeah.
of it. Yeah,
Do you think Kyle wrote that?
for him, I
Probably
don't
not.
know. He probably wrote his own
Probably
stuff.
doesn't, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not
Sorry,
sure.
Isla, you were saying?
Oh, I was gonna say the best presenter was Al Pacino.
Yeah. So do
Well,
I.
Yeah.
It was
the
endearing.
coolest person
It
to
was
see was
wonderful.
Al Pacino. I don't know that
Yeah.
he's the best presenter in terms of like,
Loved it.
yeah.
It was sweet.
It was
But my
wholesome.
I don't know
baby.
anything about him, but my kids like him.
Yeah. I'm having trouble seeing this
I
teleprompter.
can't read the teleprompter.
I loved it.
He's so honest. It's so
Yeah.
I
good.
love my kids.
Great. Then him and Kojima buddying up
Oh
afterwards.
yeah, getting that
Yeah.
pic together. He's
Yeah.
like,
Asking
he's
me-
like, yeah, you got any spare time to be in a
Dude,
role
can I
for me?
scan your
Death
face?
Stranding 2?
Kojima got his new 4K copy of Heat signed by him, dude. It was sick.
It's funny.
Wait, did he actually?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What was the movie you like saw when he like flew back home? Kojima, he like tweeted some movie he went to a theater the moment he got off the plane back
Oh
home.
yeah, that's 100% him.
Insane.
Yep.
I think I remember that.
Summer Game Fest is coming back next year with a live in-person theater event. Just days before all E3 stuff happens.
Showdown.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it sounds like it's gonna be basically the Game Awards without the awards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stack up.
Yeah.
Be stack time.
So it'll
Yeah.
just be the game.
Yeah. And speaking of, at this year's Game Awards, Elden Ring won Game of the Year.
Yes.
Sure did.
Heck yeah, it did.
God of War Ragnarok got quite a few nods.
Yes.
Sure did.
And we saw Death Stranding 2, Armored Core 6,
Yes,
Final
yes,
Fantasy
yes,
16,
yes.
and a lot more.
Judas.
Looking good.
Judas.
It was
time-
a good show.
Yep.
Yeah.
I humored you. It was a good show, Game Awards. I liked it.
It's time for Love and Respect.
Love and respect.
From Felipe Fonseca. Greetings. What are you grateful for, gaming related, in 2022? I'm very grateful for your work, Easy A. You've been a part of my life for many years now, so thank you. See you in 2023.
Sifu. So grateful. So fucking grateful for that game. Not kidding. So grateful. So glad like someone made that video game. Like just
What, like a martial arts game?
yeah.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah, martial arts, beat 'em up, just got the vibe right. Felt new and fresh, which is hard to do and harder to do all the time.
Excuse me, that's a fighting game?
Oh, yes.
Yep, just so happy it exists.
I'll go with this laptop here.
Oh,
which I'm
Oh.
hoping will allow me to play some PC games while I'm back home over the Christmas break.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
And like Rogue Legacy 2, probably
Mm-hmm.
playing on here. Some other stuff that I've got.
Nice. Whew.
Yeah, I was,
Listen to that music,
It's funny.
boy.
I was thinking Ghostwire, and then you're like trying to think, oh, maybe prioritize something else before Ghostwire. So I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, it's like one of those things where we put this on there as a fundraising goal, and I know some people were like, "Why are you putting a thing you need for work on as a fundraising goal?" Like, because if we hadn't made it a goal after we got the money in, it would have been backed out. It's like, no, I'll just keep using the old thing. It was like, force me to not
buy it.
buy something that's constantly breaking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely it's gotten its money's worth. Right? I think.
Oh
it's-
yeah, just from what we've used
Yeah.
it for so far. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Game-wise, Vampire Survivors. 50 hours.
Yeah.
50 hours.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, it's Elden Ring. Like, I'm so happy that game captured my imagination of just me wanting to be in that world and living, like, exceeding my expectations, honestly, for what I thought that game was going to be. I'm just so happy the way I felt when I was playing that game. It's so rare for me to feel like that, and it was just a blast. I loved it. Thanks, Miyazaki.
Thanks, Miyazaki. Culmination.
Heck yeah. I'm happy for you, the viewers.
You're gaming related.
They are gaming related. No, but seriously, I am.
Yeah.
I feel honored and overjoyed that you all make this possible.
From Brandon K. Gann. Hello, everyone. At the start of 2022, Microsoft dropped what would turn out to be the biggest bombshell of the year, announcing their intent to purchase Activision Blizzard King for almost $70 billion. While this year had its ups, downs, and other noteworthy news moments, I wanted to ask you if you agree with my sentiment that this wasn't just the news story of the year, but the biggest news story in the games industry in perhaps a decade, if not longer. If you think there are bigger headlines, what was it?
Yuji Naka's pretty good. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I honestly think this is one of the biggest news
I
things
agree.
ever. Like, yeah.
I agree.
Like, yeah, like the far-reaching implications.
Yes,
yeah, it's
exactly.
like it's beyond like what we personally
Beyond,
perceive like as big deals.
Cyberpunk coming
Yeah,
out and something like that.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
like any like
the
big game
bigger-
announcement. It's
The
like
only like really bigger thing that you could get is maybe buying Square Enix, but it's like more of
I'll
like
give
a
you-
personal impact on gamers, right? You know, it's,
Yes.
like, it's not big money wise in the same scope, but
Square Enix wouldn't be as big as this.
No.
Made up like us personally, like this is very interesting.
I
we
think with
would
the
care.
fans it would be.
I think the biggest thing would be like something like an Apple buying Nintendo or Disney buying
Well, yeah.
Nintendo.
Well,
Like something
anyone
like
buying
that
any
would be
first
yeah.
party
Yeah,
would
any
be,
of the
yeah.
big three being bought would be the
Easily
only
bigger.
thing that probably could be bigger than this. Like everything, even Ubisoft being like finally being acquired. They tried to stave that off for so long. Wouldn't be bigger than Activision Blizzard. Like this, like EA. I don't think EA would be as big. It'd be close, but I think this is like just huge.
But in terms of like other big news stories in gaming, I mean, the one that comes to mind for me is
I know one.
another Activision Blizzard related one when the government sued them for being like for harassment or
Right.
whatever.
Yeah,
That's a
And
pretty
that's-
big story.
Yeah,
Straight
there's
up.
still more sort of developments with that.
Yep.
There's some behind the scenes stuff with
Yep.
Diablo that came out this week.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
More, dude.
I didn't hear that.
Not
Did you-
really the harassment side of it, but there is like some problematic stuff with the guy they hired to write the script. And they're like, yeah, we can't have this stuff in our script. This doesn't work in Diablo. We can't deal with these issues here. And then just like the working conditions, the crunch is just nonstop. And the stuff that they did with Vicarious Visions doesn't sound like it's helping. It just kind of like they're kind of like doubling up on things. Yeah. But anyways, there's stuff out there to check out for sure.
Yeah. Because I can't tell if it's like news or like it was a development that happened. Like 360 relinquishing its dominance going into Xbox One X. Xbox One generation at the beginning. It's the last decade. That was 10 years ago. That falling from that high perch was a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
And Sony coming from PS3 going to PS4, like it was like that big switch right there. It was like a really huge turnaround for that. Like that was a big deal. I thought Xbox, even with the missteps announcing with all the stuff like the DRM stuff at first, like we forget about that, but that whole path was like just that year of announcements for the new system was just like, that was the whole thing why they played chicken with each other with the PS5 and Xbox One or Xbox Series X and S is because Microsoft was like, we went, the order we had in last time cost us, so maybe we try and feel out Sony this time.
Yeah. From TJ Price. Hello, allies. 2023 looks like it's going to be an absolute smorgasbord of amazing video games. There's about 15 titles I want to play on day one, which is something that both myself and my wallet haven't had to deal with before. Talk about a great problem to have. However, 2022 will forever be ingrained as one of my favorite years in video gaming.
Same.
And a return to form for the industry. Being able to play games with friends in person again. PS5's finally being able to be purchased in retail. A much more robust selection of new releases than in recent years. And one of the best GOTY debates ever make this year a very memorable one for me. Will history look back on this year the way I do, or will it be more remembered as a 2020 Part 3?
Great year for games. Great year for indie games. I think it's just a great year all around. I think it's one of the better years for sure in this industry, game release wise.
Yeah, I think it was a strong year. I mean, we keep talking about like how strong it was, especially from like an indie perspective, in terms of the volume of quality indie titles released. And that last part of that question, I feel like this is a transitional year.
Yes.
Like part of the year was trying to transition a little bit back more to like in-person events, trying to do that. We saw like more like Japanese developers traveling to the U.S. to do announcements, which is like something which I think as of like October, November wasn't really being allowed to like happen here because of their own protocols. And I think next year we'll be seeing hopefully more of that continue. And I think a big thing was like some months we saw like decline every time you did NPDs. Like some months saw like maybe a decline, but like months saw increases. So it's like even as people are trying to like go back to doing things a little bit in the old way, going out more, gaming, like I thought people were predicting there to be like a decline in gaming because, everyone was at home, had more, for whatever reason, had more time to play games. It was a way to escape what was going on in the world. Now it's like they're still sticking with them. Like we haven't seen this big drop off that was kind of like predicted by some people.
For sure. Yeah, I think it's interesting because, like you're saying, Huber, it's like the indie space and the the quote unquote AA space or whatever has just been killing it so hard. So it's like you see that like it's easy for some people that maybe are only looking at like the like massive like big budget tent poles and they're like, well, there's not a lot of that this year.
Your Elden Ring, your God of War, and your Call of Duty,
right?
Your Pokemon,
but there have been so many other games in there that it's like. That's the weird thing is it's like the field is just so broad that it's hard for people to find the common grounds of like, oh, which games are the best? Well, I played these games. Well, you played like 5 other completely different games and you played these other games.
Absolutely.
And it's just like, there's just so much to choose from.
Yeah.
That it's like, there's just not enough that like stands out above the rest because they're all so good.
Straight up. Except Elden Ring.
Carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when we are done. Lay a weary head to rest. Don't you cry, oh wars.
Oh, wars. Horror Wars. You gotta do.
That one.
Okay.
He's Bloodworth.
Yeah.
Bloodworth.
I don't want to come in.
Who's first?
I'll go first.
Sick.
Dice or die?
What?
Dude, I got such an easy one.
This is hard.
It's die! It's die!
It was really hard.
Oh. Move back to London, Damiani.
I just can't think of an explanation. I want to pick one, but I can't explain. I don't have an explanation.
Craps tables
Who's
use
next?
2 dice. Craps tables use 2 dice.
Me.
Yeah, I took too long.
He's talking
I got
about
timed out.
syntax
Mustard or
of
ketchup?
singular die.
Ketchup. I don't like
Is he
mustard at
though?
all. I think it's
I
gross.
think he is.
And I thought I was allergic to it so much because I hated it growing up. But I'm not. I was trying it more. No, thank you. Pass.
For what?
Ketchup versus mustard.
Ketchup or mustard. God.
Damiani, did you get anywhere?
Oh, I thought I timed out. That's the rule. You have a time limit, I thought.
okay.
I thought you moved on because I timed out.
Who's next?
Sure.
Resident Evil or Silent Hill?
Resident Evil.
Oh my god.
Damn,
oh
come
my god.
Come on. I didn't answer fast enough, honestly.
You gotta tell them what.
You have to say why.
Consistency, volume. There are so many great Resident Evil games over the years. I mean, just they could bury the Silent Hill franchise. Like Silent Hill 2, put that up against like Resident Evil 2. Silent Hill 1, put that up against Remake 1. what else? You know, we got Resident Evil Remake 2, Remake 3, 3 Nemesis,
Wasn't
Code
3?
Veronica, 4, 5,
Silent Hill 3 is
7,
not bad.
8, Revelation 3 and 4. Silent Hills are sick, for sure.
You missed one.
We got so many. It's Resident Evil all day.
Isla,
Hey.
sweaters or jackets?
Oh. I mean, for me, it's got to be jackets. I love jackets. Big enthusiast on jackets. You can get leather jackets, which are so nice. Sweaters. When I think of sweaters, I think of I differentiate between sweaters and sweatshirts. Sweaters are like knit, whatever. They're beautiful, they're fun, but they're more of a novelty, I guess. You can only wear them certain places, certain times. Jackets, you can look good all damn year in a jacket. And you just have more. What is a sweater but a less fun, less interesting jacket? Also, it's Die and Silent Hill. Actually, no, I like Resident Evil and Silent Hill equally for different reasons.
So many more Resident Evil games that are better. That's the only reason. Like, obviously, I like Resident Evil more, but it's just like
There's way more
there are
Resident Evil games.
so many.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
there are so
Way
many.
more.
Resident
I love them
games.
both.
Yeah.
I don't think they don't need, it's not a competition.
I think it's Huber.
Yo, Silent Hill's coming back though.
Yeah.
Redemption time.
It'll up that ratio of good Resident
It
Evil
will.
games.
It'll up it.
Carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when we are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry, oh wars.
Or wars.
Let me tell you about patreon.com/easyallies. Thank you to everyone who has kept Easy Allies going through 2022 into this year, 2023, for the public people that are watching. It's going up a couple of days after. And everything we do is made possible because people who value this are able to voluntarily pay for it to happen on Patreon. So please head over there, consider becoming a monthly patron. There's all kinds of cool rewards that you can get. You can get in there at any level and get this podcast a couple of days early and get no ads on that, which is always great. And if you get on that $5 tier, you can get $5 tier is early access. $1 tier is extra love and respect. Should I start that over?
No.
Anyways, extended cuts, Discord, all kinds of fun stuff. If you jump up to that $100 tier, you can just have Brandon Jones read whatever you want him to read. We'll send it over
reason.
to you. Within reason. There's guides.
No, dude.
There's rules.
He'll read disgusting stuff.
But
Just anything.
it depends on if he decides he wants to read that
I
disgusting
guess,
stuff.
yeah, he might.
But there's some disgusting stuff he will probably read. So, always
Challenge accepted.
an option. And then in our top tiers, we have our shout-outs. And this month's shout-outs go to Javawabs, Elthanis, and Greg the Dark Knight Kettering. Shout out.
Shout out.
Huber,
Yo.
you get to promote any Easy Allies video you would like to promote.
Dawn's Time Crisis video. Definitely give that a watch. Time Crisis hype. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just let him finish. I
No,
guess.
you're
Okay, no.
fine.
Well,
Okay.
because I'll forget it. I wanted to.
okay, fair.
One at a
Okay.
time, I'll do it,
Yeah.
and then the other
One
one
at a
I'll
time,
do
baby.
it. Yeah. So Dawn made a video with a Time Crisis professional. Check that out.
You get the final word on anything you disagreed with.
Turok is definitely coming back, 100%. It's only a matter of time, probably over 2 years from now, but it's coming.
I don't think that was even this episode. And you get to sign on. Let's do trademark sign on.
Was it?
First for a second.
We would shoot for 7.5 hours.
Final word of 2022. There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you, Easy Allies patrons, so much from all of us here at Easy Allies. Seriously, you keep this ship going. Have a merry holiday, a happy holiday, and just be safe out there. And just take it in. Take a knee. Take a knee, because just time goes by so fast, and the holidays, getting to just relax with your family is precious. So if you're fortunate enough to do that, do it. Otherwise, just take it easy. Have a great rest of the year. I live and bleed the creed.